us earlier. See, I'm on the thought. I was a little worried that everyone was like an hour off because of daylight savings.
Yeah, that can screw people over a little bit. It takes me at least 2 days to get kind of adjusted to falling back and
I was
springing
told I was
forward.
able to get the Find Familiar spell.
Didn't you already have that? I thought you
What
had
are
that.
why as a
No,
druid? No,
it's a
druids
wizard
don't get it.
spell. It's a wizard exclusive spell.
Yeah, I know druids don't get it. It's only wizards.
So that's why so I'm like looking. Is like, is this a feat?
Who
What
you
is
could
this?
take a feat to get it, yeah.
Yeah, but like other than magic initiative, I don't know what feat that would
That's
be.
it. You take a magic initiate
Yeah.
and choose
And
wizard.
anywho, hi there, mates. So we're here today. Today we are playing Dungeons and Dragons once more. You guys
The
know the
fuck
drill
is
by
this
now.
shit here?
Ow! I know one thing. My legs definitely hurt.
I like the idea though. There's a lot of these. There's some of these feats are like fucking psychic abilities, not magic. And I'm like,
Careful
great.
to look at actual feats, not homebrew feats.
Yeah.
No, I'm on the D&D fifth edition wiki. The
Mm.
wiki D&D
Mm,
5e dot wiki dot com.
It just shows recalls on there that aren't 100% true.
Okay.
But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get our evening started. So, since what actually happened in the campaign was a couple of weeks ago, I will go ahead and run us through as soon as I find the fucking. There we go. Run us through the recap of what happened. Uh, Last we had left off with our group of wanted criminals.
Wait. Are we wanted?
uh, Not necessarily. I still don't know what to refer to you guys. You're far from unlikely heroes or anything.
we're more morally good than our last group.
You're
Yeah, and
not
we haven't
wrong.
really done anything we weren't being of having a bounty put on us or anything.
Other than be
Yeah, most it's like I
suspected of
don't
being
really like
hollow.
you, except
But
for Lorelai. He did do that. He
I mean, the Lorelei is quite literally a criminal. So
But Lorelai only.
we'll go ahead and wrap it up really quick. You guys had stopped in Dario, uh, helped stop a little riot from happening, got to meet one of the Myers descendants, and started making your way on the road to Pathanos, where in which you guys had taken a nice long rest, but seemingly had to suffer through, let's call them some nightmares.
I got double nightmares that night, huh?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, my character was
I
not a
conquered my
fan
small
of
fear of Wolverines.
what he. Well,
It's no longer
actually,
a
he didn't
fear.
really
It's
see
more
his
now a
fear.
hate. I hate Wolverines now.
I hate Wolverine. Fuck Wolverine. Stupid Wolverines. But by early morning, you guys are all awake. You have your various trinkets in your hands or in your inventories. If you guys wanted to take some time to start trying to do identify, you can. But you also are aware that probably by this afternoon, you can reach the next town.
I say we go on
But if,
ahead
if
and
it's afternoon, we
identify.
could just stay here for the rest of the day and then leave tomorrow.
No, I'm not gonna stay out here another night and potentially end up in some weird nightmare city thing. Just no.
We have no idea. We don't know if that's anything has anything to do with the location, though.
Look,
And I'm not
we're
risking
really
it.
close. Let's just finish out our trip.
And I'm not gonna risk that. Location or not. I say we go to the next town. Deliver our mail, get the thing
Hmm.
we want, stay in there for the night, and then head on back to Beltramo.
Meltrimo.
I mean, it's not easy. Then again, describing the concept of being ready and stuff is gonna be foreign for you. Anyways, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was suffering last night. I win, not I live. Ugh, Driders. Ugh.
I, I don't know exactly what happened in the night, but regardless, I think we should just move on for now.
Nightmare is what happens.
Mm.
One huge ass shared nightmare. We got the magic items that we earned, except for you two. As I point to Tien
Let,
and JD.
let's just forget it. It
Well,
was weird
look,
and
man. I got my ass
unnatural.
kicked.
Anyways,
We should just move on.
yeah. Uh,
Alright. So we're deciding to head to the town.
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So,
I'm definitely moving at a quicker pace because I do not want to be anywhere near that area if we have to fall asleep there.
you pack up camp, put out your fires, all that good getting ready to move stuff. Oh, I did forget to mention one thing. You guys have now been traveling together for an entire week. Congratulations.
Really?
Yep,
Feels
in
longer
game
than that.
a day longer. This is technically day 8 of your adventures.
I just realized something.
Good.
We've basically been together. Our team has just basically been to get formed up like what 8 days ago.
It's literally what I just said.
I know. I'm just saying in the character.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Uh,
We
But
need to
you
come up with a
all
group name eventually.
uh, you all hit the road, keeping a nice steady pace, kind of tired of being on the road for a while and certainly ready to reach the next destination. As about high noon comes around, you guys travel down the road as you kind of realize, checking your maps, looking around, can't seem to find a town.
Um, should be this way, isn't it?
Hmm.
I don't exactly have much experience in the front of finding things.
I mean, I'm not exactly well traveled, but I'm pretty certain the town's supposed to be over this direction. Um, I'm assuming we're right around here, DM.
As far as like checking your map and time and everything, you're basically right here on the map.
Is there a road
But
here
yeah,
or no?
You can go ahead and either roll you can roll investigation to see if you can find any sort of path.
Wait, are we where are we going? Here or here?
Here, Pathanos.
Hmm.
I shall roll investigation.
Aren't we at the same place? If we were going
Fuck!
here to here, and only thing that happened, and we were essentially back where we were before the nightmare, then shouldn't we just know where to go from here? Just continue where we left off.
Unless I have an advantage, DM, I rolled a
Johnny.
6.
Yeah, with a 6, you cannot particularly track down
We
where.
never really left the road, so what happens? Does the road just suddenly end or lead to nothing?
Yeah.
Well, it's one long road that certainly leads continuously up north towards Proes. The problem is there's no road that seems to break
Oh,
off.
the side road doesn't exist?
No, not at least not to any extent you can see. Uh, Anyone can attempt to investigate the area or roll history to see if they remember traveling through this
I'll
area at
roll
all.
Yeah. Or do we
Um,
history.
just get an owl familiar?
can
Or is that
I
TN?
roll history?
I have one.
Okay. Can I
Oh
just ask
shit.
you to just send your
Hey,
owl up
hey,
while
Rue.
giving you advantage?
I see.
Uh, Rue, may I roll history as well?
You absolutely may.
Let's see if we can succeed on this one, boys. I rolled a 9. We are not rolling well tonight.
So Oda
No.
is the one with the familiar.
No, I am.
No. Tien is the one with the familiar.
Cool. I'm getting people mixed up. Okay. Can I ask Tien if he could use his familiar to find Hathanos and give him advantage?
Right this second, no. As you go to ask Tien a question, you realize he's stood up very just perfectly straight, like a pole stuck in the ground, as he has this sort of glazed over look, just staring off into the distance.
I'm gonna put my hand on my shoulder and shake. I was like, "You okay?"
Tien, you find yourself in a war, surrounded by men and women of various races dueling to the death on either side of this road as you're just stood in the middle of the carnage. People tearing each other apart, blades clashing, shields bashing, and you're just trying to do everything in your power to not get hit.
Oh god. Listen,
I
gang. Uh,
I'm gonna
all of a
cast.
sudden you just see Tien take off in a direction, running,
Can I do it?
and he's clearly like hiding and
My
ducking from
hand on
things.
your.
He's acting weird, guys.
I had my hand on your shoulder. You just
Uh,
bolt.
I'm gonna use guidance and I'll go
Yeah.
try.
I was shaking, like I had my hand on you, shaking you like gently. It was like, "You
Mhm.
okay?" And you just bolt off.
yep.
Yep,
I'm gonna
that sounds about
use.
right.
I'm gonna use guidance on
So
myself and I'm gonna
I'm just
try a
along
investigation
for the
check.
ride, just like what is happening with
Hang
my
on.
weak. I may be tall, but I'm skinny as fuck.
So, Silver, you're doing guidance on what?
I'm doing guidance on myself to do another investigation check, if that's allowed.
Well, as one guy is taking off with one guy hanging on.
Is that
Well,
allowed?
yeah, I,
Well, I'm not strong enough to drag you, but when I take off, you probably followed me.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
would
just like, "Ooh."
I will allow you to do that, Silver, but I will say you're looking for a road as you watch Tien just start running off from the
Uh,
group for seemingly no reason.
what? I'll be like,
Everywhere.
Tien, what are you doing? As I see him running off.
With me right
Eventually,
behind
he
him.
takes cover behind a rock and just kind of huddles up there. And he casts. You see him all of a sudden blur and split into three as he casts mirror image.
I'm just gonna go telepathic. Like, are you okay? Just go straight into his mind.
A telepathic message? Huh.
Is that? Oh yeah, because you have that 1 feet, don't you?
Yeah, I got this feat.
Yep. Well, two things. You absolutely can. But number two, as you guys watch Tien go hide behind a rock, you realize written on this fairly large rock is actually a painted sign. Athanos, the
Oh,
city of the dead.
oh, okay. Well, I guess it's this way.
Uh,
No more. Oh, God. 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 God.
Tien, you okay?
Tien, you do start to snap back to reality as a thin, shriveled arm is kind of waving in front of one of your faces.
Yeah,
As you look over, you see a hollow, no legs, sat in front of one of your mirror image, just going, hey buddy, all right there?
wait,
All of
Dead.
you?
Dead.
did we see this hollow too?
If you go around the rock, you will, but you
Uh,
do slightly hear his voice.
Hi, I'm
um,
all right.
I would be seeing
I
Tien.
stand
I
up
say,
and straighten my clothes.
hey Tien, is that a hollow? Holy shit!
That dude out in the middle of nowhere.
Where's
Oh,
his legs?
no, I don't have any. Jeez. I would just bring out that. What the hell? You
I'm,
walk up to a dude with an eye patch, like, what happened to your eye?
I actually got punched in the eye because of that once.
Yeah, I can see why. Jesus. I mean, not Jesus, dude. This isn't real. God.
Which god?
All of them. I don't know.
I mean, you
I,
make one up.
Um,
I,
Probably
I
Zeus,
am fine.
motherfucker.
I assume. Well, that's insensitive. Are you aware of where path? Huh. Well, give me a second.
Pathanos.
You did not see the
Pathanos.
sign?
No, I did not see the sign.
No, I literally didn't see the sign. He's hiding behind the sign.
By the way, you found the sign.
Do you know the way to Pathanos?
Yeah, we're literally behind the sign to Pathamos.
As your party members inform you, Tien.
Lovely.
Seriously, what luck?
I guess that will do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just here to kind of, give people heads up. It, if you're going to Pathanos to cause trouble, could you
Um,
not?
What was
Please?
well,
our exact task again, Rue?
I believe it was to deliver a letter, wasn't it? To the mayor? For
You
supply.
are to speak to the village elder, giving her the piece of paper, or
Mm-hmm.
not the letter that you were
I
given,
remember
and
that. I
Alright,
wasn't sure if there was more.
I'll say.
ensure the safe delivery of some local flora samples that the
Oh.
professor is expecting.
Well, we're supposed to deliver a letter to an elderly lady?
I wasn't
Yes?
asking you out loud.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm assuming the guy. I'm assuming the
No,
hollow asked.
our task shouldn't be any trouble, sir. It's just a quick visit and a conversation we require.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna give up the town or anything.
Blood Archer,
So,
welcome to the evening. Oh, it's all right. You haven't missed much. You guys headed down the road a bit. Tien had a bit of a freak out, but you guys managed to find the sign that leads you in the right direction to head into the town that you were looking for. Uh,
So,
behind behind said sign, there is a very very hollow man with no legs.
boy.
You know,
Mhm.
if it wasn't for the shit that we went through last night, I would probably be freaking out a little bit right now.
Hold eyes times two. Okay.
Question: did a war ever occur here?
War. Uh, Not that I know of, but I
Uh,
mean, there was. I mean, Pathenos is an old graveyard for the wars way back in ancient times. So,
huh. I'm just a bit of historian. I'm looking to keep some records.
oh really? Oh, that's great. You guys, what you say? You're looking for the elder?
Yeah.
The man, the elder, your leader, we're supposed to deliver a message and talk to them.
She doesn't like to really consider herself a leader, but Lady Hera, she's the one that kind of keeps everything balanced in town.
Wait a minute.
Hmm. Yes, Silver. It is same person.
Most
Yeah.
likely, thing person.
How is she still alive?
She is a hollow. Do you
Background
remember
into this
she
demon.
lived from the Dragon Slayer period to the first campaign. There's no reason why she couldn't live
Oh,
the
that person.
period from the first campaign to now.
Yeah, you already made it several centuries. Another century isn't really going to do much for her.
Fair enough.
But yes, regardless, if the one in charge, I imagine she's the one we're meant to speak to.
Oh yeah, just go ahead. Just keep heading down that way. Uh, Not a lot of people come here, so we try to keep the sort of little dirt path cleared away of grass, but yeah, you kind of got covered up again.
Thank
Notice.
you for your assistance, certainly.
Oh, of course. Uh, that's what I'm here for. Make sure no
Uh,
one gets in
what's
any trouble.
what's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, I'm George. I'm town crier. Well, I mean, sign crier, I guess. But
Would I
Thank you
know
for the
any?
help.
Would I know any history about this guy or no?
What?
no, there's no history.
All
It's just
right,
a dude.
just a random
Yeah,
hollow. Okay.
George. He has no legs.
I would ask about that, but I think that would be inappropriate. I'm just gonna go
I
that
mean,
way as I start heading
it,
toward Papanos.
it is specifically inappropriate for you to ask it because you literally walked up to him and yelled, "What happened to your legs?"
Yeah, that's why my character's not asking it.
Yeah.
He knows he already made this situation very awkward.
All right, let's start making our way into town.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. George waves you off like, "Have a good time, guys." As you guys start heading into what is presumably the town of Pathanos. Aside from a series of rundown shacks or maybe even a few tents, it's kind of hard to distinguish this place from a town when it is much more a massive
Right.
graveyard.
I'm
Old
interested
rusty fences.
in this place right here.
I don't blame you. It is is
It
the
has
most
some
defined.
history. I'm gonna go, or like,
Just
I'm
let
gonna
them
go back
finish
to
the
that big
description of
church
the town
building
first.
and go.
Let him finish first.
Uh, the massive graveyard, rusty iron fences already just falling apart or eroded to dust surrounds the town. Graves practically stacked on top of each other, mausoleums being pretty much the only other thing of note, aside from a massive temple that is built right alongside the mountain there. While the temple is high, it's not particularly well detailed aside from this sort of stone platform area.
Any townspeople?
Is the temple 2 anything I recognize?
Would you like to roll a history check?
Sure.
I think that would be more of a religion
All
check
right.
since it's a church, but okay.
Yeah,
Same exact
I
bonus,
find
it doesn't matter.
fascinated in the. Can I roll a religion check with guidance? Like Church of
Uh,
the Fallen Gods.
well, you don't know it's called Church of the Fallen Gods. There's not a big glowing sign.
Yeah.
Can I can I roll religion?
Would you know any?
I don't think you would
You
know.
you
I
can
am a believer in Bobcat.
pocket.
Bobcat?
Bobcat.
That's his new name.
I just love the idea that
It's
Kevin
pronounced
actually.
bouquet.
The
I love that. I love that his character would actually pronounce that as
I
Bobcat
believe
from
in
time to
Bobcat.
time. I don't know why, but I just have that mental image that his character does say that from time to time.
All
it's a
right.
regional thing. You wouldn't get it.
But Kevin, you absolutely can roll a religion check if you'd like to, and you can add guidance to that.
It's a 1d4. Yeah, it's a 1d4.
All right.
That's a 6.
Yeah. With a six, you're just not familiar with the religion of the area. You couldn't think of any religious significance.
Um,
For UTN, there is quite a bit you know. You know for a fact that this is a church in the loosest sense. More or less, you remember reading in a textbook somewhere, maybe, that once upon a time, there were a shitload of dead bodies after the First Territorial War. Since there were a lot of bodies, there needed to be a place to put them. Henceforth, this massive graveyard. Because of the threat of things like necromancy and whatnot, a couple different church people built up a little temple to give everyone their last rites, bless the area, and make sure that some would-be necromancer couldn't come here and just have an army of the dead to go take over the land. But for the most part, this isn't like a temple of religious significance or even a temple to a particular god. It more exists there just to serve its purpose in ancient times and has since been
Okay.
okay. Uh, we have no idea where the leader's gonna be, so this is gonna be fun. Is there any
Uh,
hollows out and about?
I imagine that we could just ask around for Hera. If she doesn't like being called a leader, I imagine she's quite down to earth.
I
He's
guess
still
so.
around.
Yes, I already made
uh,
After
that.
we killed her husband.
why would she be gone just because her husband's dead?
Shouldn't
Oh, my husband's dead.
She's been alive for over 1,000 years. I think she could take another 1,000.
No, a century is 100.
I know. I was just estimating that she was around for at least 1,000 years.
that's not how age works.
I've been around for 50 years. I can last another 50.
um, but as you enter the church,
42.
I would certainly say for the one person that has grown up here in Monticello, as well as probably Mr. Ingrid there, you'd recognize this. There's a farm, quite a large farm in this town that's growing food.
Mm.
In those fields of wheat and those patches of seemingly vegetable plants, you would see a couple different like farmers, though they do appear to be in various stages of hollowing themselves.
Uh, I will try to approach like one of the fencings. Do I see anyone that's close by that I can kind of holler at?
Uh,
I just go to the big temple here.
I mean, if you want to just start making your way there, you absolutely can.
Yeah, but we don't know if she's there or not, and I
Let's see.
want to know for certain. I don't want to go on a wild goose chase.
I,
I go to the witch's grave to pay
Curiosity
my
is taking
respects.
my interest. What can I say? I'm a curious guy.
Alright. Kevin starts making his way towards the large temple
Where are you
alongside the
going?
mountain.
Checking out the temple. It caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard not to.
Uh, I'll yell at one of the farmers. Hey, excuse me.
Ow! Hi there, Sonny, as one of the hollows kind of slowly gets up from tending one of the plants. What can I do you for?
We're looking for a. We're looking for your elder.
Elder.
We're, we have
Oh,
a letter for her.
Hera, right?
Yes. Yes. Can you
Well,
put in? Can you
she
put?
doesn't spend all her time, but she's usually up there in the temple. If she's not there now, I guarantee she'll be back soon.
Okay. Thank you. As I start making my way towards the temple.
All right, if we're making our way there, Tien will say, "Well, if we're heading up to the temple, do be respectful. It is a grave of sorts for a lot of people."
You're literally walking in the graveyard. You could be possibly
It's the
stepping on a grave.
grave of the Black Dragon Slayer.
Yes, but this is the very large scale morgue, I suppose you could say.
Yeah,
Quick
I'm going to the
question.
witch's gravestone to pay respects to the dead.
You can
Right.
do that.
Quick
Uh,
question. Like,
the
like how?
the
Go on.
witch's grave is not referring to a specific gravestone. It is referring to one of the various mausoleums that's been converted into a shop.
Right,
Oh,
it's a shop. I guess I'll.
we'll check
I
that
guess I'll
out
go to the
after.
shop then.
Okay. Quick
Oh,
question.
fine. I'll stay with the crew.
We could check out
Like,
that later.
how much do I?
Hmm?
How similar do I look to Jack? Like if you know his
Prob
skin tone and size, how similar are
Probably
we?
not at all
I mean,
similar.
there. If you were staring at Jack and you side by side, you might be able to point out some features that are similar enough. But I mean, just the simple fact that Jack was kind of green is enough to throw people completely off.
He's green. Hmm.
Wait,
They don't pay attention to
Huh.
anything other than the fact that his skin is green.
Do you realize how superficial people are? People will think one person looks similar because they have the same haircut.
oh yeah, I actually
Yeah.
got compared to a
I
movie
just
actor
fucking
quite a bit.
hate my face green like I am no one.
Yeah, we got
I'm no
racism involving
hero.
with hollows, and everything's possible.
Like in real life,
Unless
I
it was,
actually.
My fucking green paint falls on my face. Like,
oh
well,
yeah,
shit.
Anyways,
um, so
uh,
you guys make your way up the little staircase there and come up into the sort of temple grounds there. Uh, First thing you will take note of, a very large open area uh, with these various, pillars, kind of with various religious symbols and etchings and runes decorating them. Uh, a path that seems to lead to possibly an altar or something akin to a podium, most likely where like prayer would be given, as well as a rather large pit kind of at the back end of the temple that looks newly formed. Not looks like someone bashed the ground in over and over to create and then dig up this hole.
Uh,
Go
But
right in.
along,
Hello? Anyone with a story to tell?
well, yes, if you let me finish. Along the path that sort of leads to the altar, there are a set of statues. On each side of the path is 5 different statues, all stuck on these wooden podiums, and in front of one of the statues is a what appears to be a priestess dressed in full white with a white veil covering her face.
excuse me, are you Miss Hera?
As you draw her attention, she slowly rises from her knees. Yes, I am. Please, Lady Hera.
Uh, my apologies, Miss Lady, Hera. As I pull out the letter I was given, that the party was given, and I walk over to her and hand it to her. Though I am shaking a little bit,
Hmm?
just out
One
of
sec.
pure nervousness. Hello, guys. Rue, you're mute.
Hmm, I don't think I would know who this is in the slightest.
No,
I
you
don't think
wouldn't.
any of our characters would know who this is.
I mean, Lorelai might know. His dad might have told him.
Maybe?
Roll for investigative or history, Johnny.
He's mute at the second, so I'm not certain
Yeah, you
what's
said
going on.
to give him a second.
He died. Got it.
Did,
Not
did Rue,
necessarily. I think he might be
My
doing
little
something
brother. I
IRL.
knew him well.
why did he mute himself on purpose?
I think he
Yeah,
did.
Yes,
he's
he
taking care of
did.
something.
Oh, cool.
Was being stupid. I was like, my little brother. I knew him well.
I've only known him for so long, but he will be missed.
Right?
Shall be
Get
missed.
boy. Uh,
So, how was everyone's week so far?
pretty good.
Good, good. Could
Go
be
back to my
worse.
catering company job on the weekend, so I got at least one more day off where I can just do some
Hey,
other
no
stuff.
classes tomorrow, so I'll just be hanging out.
Okay,
Been
okay.
so long since I've gone to school. I forgot that's
All
a
right.
thing.
Sorry about
Hey,
that.
there's
Wanted
Rue.
to answer. So, uh, Alex, you and Lady Hera the letter.
Yep.
She will very gently take the letter from your hands and start opening it up. You notice, well, you assume she is reading it. You cannot see her face past the veil.
Yeah. My character would have no idea that she's a hollow.
Also, yeah, Lorelai wanted to know if his dad told him anything about her.
Um, Go give me a history check. We'll let the dice decide.
Three.
Is he with us?
Oh shit!
Alrighty then.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
21.
if I'm not that bad, rolls the rest of the night.
I
So
find out that Jack Pine, like that is like, hey, Pine, that's my mother's maiden name.
so you were just as you look at this woman, kind of getting an look over her, and the name especially, Lady Hera. You think back to one of the many tales your father told of the dragon slayers of old, and how he spoke of the black dragon slayer and his wife, Lady Hera, a hollow that helped the group on a couple different occasions. Um, you obviously don't know her personally, and you have only heard a few different little stories about her, but you would certainly understand that Lady Hera is fairly knowledgeable about the world, seems to be generally kind, and under absolutely no circumstances do you threaten her because she is most likely stronger than the entire group combined.
What
I
if we
mean,
make a
she would
roll
have
to
to
see
be
if
if
she
she's been
sees a
alive for this long.
resemblance? Just
Yeah,
any of our characters and our past characters, if there's a connection.
Actually, I think our past characters could have probably handled her around like level
Like
15.
if our characters now have a connection to the characters in the past, like
Mhm.
biologically,
Oh, my
I want to
character
know if
has
she's
no
any.
biological
Mine,
relationship with Tempest.
mine's the son of my other character.
Well, I'm
So
the nephew.
True, but you're the nephew. There's a lot of problems with your family
Yeah,
that
and she's
would
like,
make it
I was like,
hard
oh
to
yes,
connect
I'm
one
Jack
to
Pine. He's
another.
like, did you say Pine? That's my mother's maiden name.
Mhm. But
If there's any connection with that.
Anyways,
I mean,
getting back onto the game.
as far as whether the old party was stronger than Lady Hera, collectively, most certainly. But when I say strength, I mean that quite literally. She was strong enough that she could hold the Black Dragon, the Black Great Axe, in one hand.
Yeah.
Held them both in one hand.
No, the big one that only Jack could use because he had 20 strength.
And
big
Yeah.
he
bad
had to use it with
booga,
both
big bada
hands.
boom.
Damn, I wish I could be that strong.
She
Yeah,
was.
Gotta eat
my
your spinach.
my character would not be able to. My character currently would not be able to hold up that axe. Period.
No,
I have
absolutely none
weak
of you.
strength. Okay.
All of
I
you,
wouldn't want
Um,
to.
all of you
us-
basically use strength as a dump stat except for our cleric here.
wait. So
Yeah.
is everyone up straight? Oh,
Jack's build, baby. Maybe one of these days I'll go strength.
Uh,
Charisma build, baby.
I'm
I'm
a
a
charisma
uh,
whiz
build
build with
too.
a little bit of dexterity and
Ah, Johnny
constitution.
playing Dark Souls, him ninja flipping around, gave me the idea.
oh yes. All right, let's get back into it.
I also have
But
strength builds. I don't like having my attacks stopped
but
midway through.
Lorelai, you most certainly do know the tales of Lady Hera.
But
But she looks over the note, reads it. Oh, the professor. I see. All right. This can all be arranged. Um, if you don't mind me asking your names, it's not written in the letter here.
Oh, I'm Alex
Real
Gambella.
or nickname?
I think either or at this rate.
I would
'Cause those
prefer
are
honesty.
completely different.
excuse me, the damn. Lorelai Arable Lada. Pleasure to meet you.
I go by Eric. My name is Eric Jotunheim, but I go by Kevin.
Um,
And
as I
that's my associate, my best friend, Kevin.
Dissociate.
as I said,
I am identified as T-10. You can figure out what to call me. I don't mind really. A lot of people just call me T10
Or TN.
or TN.
Um,
Uh, like I said, I'm Alex Kimbella. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Hera,
quick question.
as I
The
am.
statues of were who? Real quick.
You absolutely can look.
Cool, I'm gonna do that. Do I need to make a roll or something?
No, they're all clearly visible. Um, as far as who the statues are, like as if you would know, that will most likely take a history check. But
I
Haha!
rolled that
on
with
Another
guide.
history check.
this is a historical place. What do you want from me?
I'm
Okay, we're
rolling that with
safe.
guidance.
17.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I got an 18 plus 1d4. 19.
all right. We'll just go ahead split this straight down the middle. Mr. Tien, one half of the statues you most certainly do recognize as the little plaques combined with the depictions in the statues. Mind you, all of these statues are very rough. The kind of amateur work, rushed. They almost, they only barely depict humanoid creatures, almost no facial features, very jagged edges. But the first five statues, based on their names, seem to depict a
Jesus!
owl. Eternity, your mic needs to be reset.
Jesus Christ, I went deaf
Alrighty
there
then.
for a second.
Is that my mic?
No, that was Eternity!
Eternity.
Christ on a bike. That's. I was like,
Yeah, I
huh.
just knocked it out of the audio jack.
Alright,
God
that's
forbid.
that's
Don't
it
do
was
that
saying
again!
before. You tried to make us all go down.
Haha!
You nearly did for me.
Uh, title of this episode: Rip headphone users.
I am definitely putting that in the description. Rest in
Oh my
peace,
god! All right.
anyone using headphones.
Rest in peace, anybody using audio. We're using a
Uh,
laptop.
Oh
all right.
god.
So the five statues labeled Thane, Zeus, uh,
Oh,
Cherry,
okay.
Jupiter, and Isra
Jupiter.
Does
appear to
anyone
be
in Floragno still worship the Dragon Slayers?
in Floregno. Absolutely not. They are very focused on worship of the gods themselves.
Okay, good.
For the most part, dragon slayers of old have become much more akin to an old legend.
Unicod.
Mm, People that are aware of history, or people that are old enough to remember the old tales, certainly know that the dragon slayers were at least believed to be real people that
Was I,
exterminated the dragon.
was I
However,
Question.
told
these
about this
days,
from
with
Mom?
dragons being fairly commonplace, a lot of people have sort of fallen out of that belief because, the tale of the dragon slayers that exterminated all dragons doesn't really hold up when there's still dragons.
Would my
Yeah.
mom or
Tell the
pop
truth.
told me of these old tales?
No. But she did tell you of a different tale.
Oh.
She
Uh,
told you of the new dragon slayers, as you know of the other five statues. The other five statues, again, very crudely crafted, uh, but they are labeled. Make sure I get everyone's name right. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
You did.
As there is one for Quincy, Galvin,
Haha! They used my
Jack,
fake name!
Tempest, and Zane.
Did they not use Jack?
I said Jack.
Oh, I didn't hear you. was like, Jack Pine. Well, I've always found that guy weird, as he
Quiet.
shares the same as my mom. His maiden name was
Trying to
Pine.
get the treat,
I always
Sam?
wondered about that.
What the hell are you talking about?
This guy here, Jack Pine. My mom's maiden name
Guys,
was
what?
Pine. I've always like wondered if there's
Question,
a
DM. Would I
connection
have
to
heard
that.
any stories about both of these groups?
Pine sounds like it would be a common last name. Last
No,
names
that's
are often shared.
no. From what I heard, there used to be noblemen or something. I don't know if that holds true. My mom is bad as like amnesia
Uh,
from her younger years.
Kevin has officially
I will,
checked out the building.
Alex, if you want to, you can go ahead and roll me history. I'm going to say a disadvantage to see if you've heard of the tale of either of the Dragon Slayers. Just because I don't think it would have been something that was spread
No, but I think there would at least
much
been
in
like
your
a song
time.
or two, at least about the new ones.
You'd be surprised.
Fair enough.
If there's a song, I know it. I know every lyrics and how to play it perfectly.
Yeah, with an 8, this is new information, the whole Dragon Slayer thing.
The drag, uh, Dragon Slayers? Are you serious? That's a kid's story.
Dude, don't diss them, man.
As by this point, Lady Hera will most certainly chime in. No, no, no. They were no mere children's story. They were real. Men and women that fought on behalf of all the mortal races.
Uh huh.
I've heard all the stories.
Sure. And that's why we don't have dragons. Oh, wait, we do.
They don't say no. Those are the old dragon slayers. The new ones didn't kill all. It was something about with the overlords and shit. You know, it was like, oh, they're gonna
Have
take over the world.
you?
Can't have
Again,
that.
do you hear yourself, Kevin? Like, right now?
Look,
Hey,
I,
don't
I
curse
of
my
all
childhood,
people
man.
enjoy historical discourse, but we do have a task here, and we
Anyways,
have
back.
to get
Yes.
something from Lady Hera. You said there would be no problems with procuring what we need.
Yeah. If you want to take a visit to everyone in town, or to some of the places here in town, you should
Yeah,
be
that
able to
conversation
gather
took
up.
way too fucking long.
Okay. It's like, what is this? Their home base now?
Shut the fuck up.
If you want to live in the city of the
Does
dead.
Stardew Valley start up a farm?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right. Uh, Lady Hera would point out several directions. In the graveyard, one of the mausoleums is labeled the Witch's Grave. She's our local alchemist. She can help you find numerous of the samples that the professor is looking for. And if you want to take a visit to the 2 farms in town, they can give you the rest of what the professor needs.
Uh,
Does the witch sell herbal hold on, let's see what the fuck's it
I
called?
don't think we ever
The
got the.
Alex, low. Oi,
do they
listening.
does she sell alchemist and herbalism kits or alchemist supplies and herbalism kits?
Oi,
Probably a
Dibot.
question for her. Um, anything you
Come,
need us
listen
to
up.
take back to the professor yourself?
Do. Uh, I will start preparing a note for myself if you'd be kind enough to stop back at the temple here when you're done gathering things before you leave town.
Of course. Alright, Alex, Lorelai, head to the witch's thingy bob.
The
Um,
witch's grave.
the witch's
The
grave.
witch's grave. Adrian
Uh,
and Kevin can head
Okay. Uh,
I wanted to hear more about stories, though.
No,
I'm just
this
about
is
more
the
like these
evening.
using
Kevin,
herbalism
Kevin,
kit or just alchemist supplies to
Kevin.
tell me.
After we're done finding a cure, you can come back and listen to more stories. Okay?
We'll
Okay.
probably want to stay the evening here anyway. We can do shopping after our task is through.
Okay.
I just
Uh,
want to save as much time as possible and make sure that we've actually got the damn product.
yep.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start heading towards to the witch's grave. Where's that at?
The witch's grave is out in the graveyard area amongst the mausoleums.
Yeah, but which one of these buildings is it?
No one in particular. It's general.
All right, so I'll just start heading
Go in
towards it,
there.
and I'll just start going into the area and look for the witch's grave.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my internet had a stroke.
That wouldn't surprise me. Uh, oh, and just for the sake of it, Blood Archer, you most certainly would have noticed one of the statues here in the temple the statue is a rough depiction, but the name is dead on. There's a statue for Zane Arville.
As I
But
say,
otherwise,
as I say to Lorelai, okay, so you and me are heading to the witch's grave. Fun. Hopefully they're not, you know.
It'll be a good time.
Yay! As I say, with fake enthusiasm.
That's
I have to
right.
interact with more ladies.
as you guys begin walking through the graveyards, you try your best to stick to like a dirt path that sort of leads amongst the various gravestones. But with the gravestones scattered just all over the place, it's almost hard to tell if you're stepping over someone's grave or not.
If I feel like
Um,
I am or not, I apologize. Like, sorry, sorry, sorry. Please don't harm me. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Please don't bother me. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I just kind of like over and over again.
It's hard to not just. It's hard to be like ghosts aren't real after fighting literal ghosts.
No, my character does believe in ghosts.
Yeah, it's
Good
hard.
thing
I'm
we're not
saying it's
sending
hard
Uda
not
to the
to
grave.
after fighting literal ghosts. You have to believe when you encounter them.
He didn't. He believed it
but
before the
It's
fight with the
yeah,
ghosts.
yeah. I know. It's like so. It's like believing in Santa Claus, then meeting Santa Claus on Christmas night. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
as you guys make your way to the dirt path, you take note of many of the gravestones are in various states of disrepair, but then others are clean, even polished. Some of them look like they've been reconstructed slightly, and you start to take notice of why, as there are several people. Some of them look more human than others. Some of them, the shriveled up corpses that are hollows, dusting away at the mausoleums, cleaning up the gravestones, plucking weeds. They are trying to take great care of this graveyard. And you eventually come across one of the mausoleums that is surrounded by these beautiful variations of flowers and weeds, and even some things that look akin to fruit, though a little unrecognizable.
Would
And
I'm gonna assume this is it.
would I know what these flowers are? Especially with
You're not
my.
with us. You're over by the
Oh yeah,
barn.
yeah,
fuck. That's right.
it, Mr. Kibella and Blood Archer, or not, Lorelei, are the ones exploring the graveyard. But this building on a wooden sign stuck in front of the mausoleum, painted on there, it says the witch's grave.
This must be the place. As I head on inside, sheepishly walking through the door slab thingy.
All right. As you enter in, the two of you, the two of you see a rather, hunched over woman, sort of at the opposite end of the mausoleum. There are, if there were any corpses decorating the walls, they've since been cleared out to make room for potion bottles and bottles of water, plant samples, tools, and vials. And in the middle of the mausoleum, there's a massive stone coffin that appears to have been manufactured into like a desk or a table.
That's not creepy.
Material.
Why, creepy? Nah.
But as you guys enter in, this old haggard woman turns around, flipping her hood off, as you are both immediately startled for a brief moment, as it is undeniably a green hag.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hello, dearie. What can I do for you?
I will sheepishly say, we're looking for supplies for, and I'll say the supplies that we're looking for Professor, assuming he's told us.
Specifically, no. You just know that you are here to collect floral samples.
Okay, I'll just say, we're here to collect some floral samples for, the Professor, as I say very nervously, as I know that this hack would mean business.
The professor? Oh. Yes, Lady Harris told me on and on about this professor. Supposedly he's trying to cure the poor wretches outside. Well, I have no problem for giving you a handful of various plants I use for my concoctions, but I'm not willing to hand them out for free, of course.
I mean, I was gonna pay you anyways, because I wouldn't rob someone blind like that.
Oh, excellent! I'm glad you understand. After all, some of the plants around here are incredibly rare. Some of them can only be found in a grave site such as this.
Uh, yeah, I wouldn't know because I never grave rob. Because
I can tell.
Samples, ma'am.
and I say, and I whisper to him, "Thank you."
Alright, I can only take so much awkwardness before I just. So, ma'am, how much will those samples be so we can pay you for your time?
Hmm, let's see. For a decent little bundle, I assume he just wants a variety of different plants.
And to my knowledge, that's correct, right? Or is it
Uh,
just the four?
I don't know if what he exactly wants, so it's probably a good idea to cover all the bases, just in case.
Again, I would
Oh,
say
all right. Then I think, let's see here. A little bit of everything. 15 gold pieces should cover it.
no problem. Gonna hand over that gold. I'm gonna pass the stuttering buffoon the stuff.
Yep, I'll carry the flower stuff.
He will take a basket, fill it with a variety of
Oh,
plants,
why do
and
I have 80 platinum instead of the gold I had? Oh, because it was a
I
weight problem.
She
I
put him in the
imagine you.
wrong spot.
Yeah, you should just have 80 gold.
No, it's 80 platinum right here. Let me switch that
Oh,
up.
it's cold.
Yeah.
All right, so take 15 off, no problem. I'll have to do a job as soon as possible. I don't want to get broke.
I mean, Rue, we can just have 800 gold, right?
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
Shut up, it's a
Good.
joke. Jeez.
Uh,
I could go for a quick job.
But she will give you a fairly large basket, fill it with a variety of plant samples from around the graveyard, and sort of get a nice cover over it so they don't get lost or damaged or anything. It was a pleasure doing business with you boys.
I'm with you,
Hey,
man.
well,
Have a
that's a
good one.
pleasure. As I immediately start going for the door. Like, I'm not running, but I don't know if I succeed or not as I walk out. Air quote.
All right. Then, as you guys head on out of the graveyard,
Once we get out, I was like, a freaking hag. It had to be a hag. Could it be a simple witch? No, it had to be a hag.
Skull on fire that likes to insult you.
Stuff of nightmares, hags. Surprisingly, I'm not afraid of them.
Sure, whatever you say. Let's get back to the others.
They do freak me out, though.
then how was the other group? We have Kevin and Uda went to one farm, and then Tien and Mr. Ingrid went to another.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Then Kevin, you go ahead and make your way over to the Pathanos field.
Here?
Basically, Pathanos fields end up being like behind the buildings there, as it is
Like,
this.
good old farmlands.
Yes, it is a massive grove of flowing wheat and corn plants. Although the first thing you do take note of is these plants are, you're not sure if they're diseased or mutated or something, but many of them are growing black or have these weird black splotches decorating them.
Oh shit.
I mean, I guess people who are already hollows aren't really affected by that, so
Fair.
don't eat anything here, guys.
Duly noted.
Would
But
never guess.
Black?
I mean, there's some wheat patches that are completely black. Others seem to be just have these like black splotches. Some of them look fine.
Would I know what any of these are? Would I have to roll like a survival or an herbalism kit?
I mean, the herbalism kits would be testing the plants, and you'd have to wait until you ask for samples at least.
Would
You can try to roll survival to understand.
That's a 23. That's almost a nat 20. Could I add
Almost.
guidance on that?
You don't need guidance, no.
23. You don't need it.
Because
I want it
either way,
regardless.
either way, the answer basically becomes you have quite a decent bit of knowledge when it comes to farming and growing and what to
That
expect
makes
of,
sense. I am a farm boy.
plants that have gone rotten, that have some sort of disease, and inspecting all these plants. This is not any sort of like disease or anything that you're aware of, which is probably strangest of all.
Can I can I like take a leaf or something of the blackened stuff?
As you begin inspecting everything, all of a sudden a uh, a man a man with sort of like or very shriveled up skin, not quite fully hollow, but
He looks like a
undeniably a
ghoul from
hollow.
he looks like
Beef
a ghoul
jerky.
from Fallout.
Maybe a little closer to Ghoul than anything, but he comes up and he has a scythe in his hand, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing to my girl?"
Trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Leave it alone.
It's black.
Yeah, it grows that way.
They're not supposed to.
How do you know?
Bill and
Well,
I,
I
the
grew up
science
on
guy
a
over here.
farm farming, and I'm from the forest where everything is plants.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
Bill and I, the forest guy.
Plants are like are one of the few things I know extensively. I could write
Oh yeah.
a book on plants.
Just because you're one of them fancy forest folk, you think you know everything about farming, don't you?
I grew up on a farm farming. I don't think that
Yeah,
because I'm
well,
from the forest. I think that because I did farm work for a good
yeah,
portion of my life.
yeah. Well, you ain't never done no farm work from here, and from here, this is how the plants grow. Now you can either be happy with it, or you can starve. Which do you want?
I want to know why they're growing like this.
Because they just do.
That's happened, right?
Oh,
Oh, my character would prefer that.
You also want a sample for the professor.
I may have made a mistake.
who's with me, by the way?
Uda.
Am I about to
Uda.
say-
Uda! The face of the blood!
is not here today.
Fuck!
So yeah, Kevin's
Kevin
going to have to be
um,
Mr. Reliable on that one.
I, I like to imagine I'm not even.
I will
facing-
say
I don't even
Uda will
notice
certainly
him until he
remind
comes
him
up.
what we're here for.
I like to
Oh,
imagine
yeah,
I
he
don't
would.
notice him until he starts talking to me, and I don't even look up. I'm just like kneeled on the ground, just like holding a leaf, inspecting the plant, not looking up.
I mean, I suppose that counts as a sample if you just take it.
I don't think
No, I'm
he's
not
going.
even taking it. I'm just getting a blue look. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this?
you go ahead and kneel down and start inspecting the plant. The blade of the scythe suddenly crashes down in front of you as the old man, or as the old hollow yells at you some more. Get away from my plant!
No.
Like I said, Kevin's gonna die tonight.
No.
Why did he have to go to
You
that
don't
one?
scare me.
Oh God! Send the idiot to get a sample.
I should have gone with Kevin. I should have known. I should have smoked too much weed earlier today. I should have known.
I'll fucking buy this crop if it means you'll go away.
It's not how that works. He owns the crop. All right, cool.
I'll buy this singular plant and uproot it from the ground.
All right, DM. What are we
Are
doing
you
tonight?
are you saying this to the old farmer dude?
Yes.
Boy, oh boy. And I gave you money? Fucking
I mean, actually,
disrespectful bitch.
even though he doesn't know he's doing our job, he is doing our job right now by buying the crop.
I
Yes.
just don't want him to get hurt. I just don't want him to get hurt.
The old hollow stares you down, thin eyes.
Pulling out a gold coin.
You want to buy my crop? You're gonna buy a decent bit of it. It's gonna be 3 gold coins for a bundle.
I pull out 2 more coin, making a total of 3.
And gets scammed successfully.
He takes the 3 gold coins. He snatches the 3 gold coins out of your hand, starts inspecting them. He chews on them a little to check if they're real.
Blame him.
I can't say I
Oh,
blame
Fucking
him.
Worth more
green
than
haired
money.
bitch is all of a sudden saying, fuck your land.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, fuck me.
Honestly, I would screw him over with a bundle. If I was a farmer.
Follow me. I got my bundles over here. As you start to realize he's actually using the scythe as a large cane, as he starts limping his way to the front of his farmhouse.
Right. I do that.
All right. You two come up where there are stacks of hay bales and barrels with food in them. Various crops that he has started trying to store up. As he goes and takes an empty barrel, throws uh, throws a bunch of crop into said barrel, and you notice, despite the fact this barrel is now almost overflowing with corn and wheat and whatnot, he just takes a single arm, lifts the barrel up, and plops it down in front of you. All right, there you go. Do whatever the hell you want with it.
Ugh. Well, look at Oda. I think I need help moving this.
She's like, look at me.
We're supposed to take it to the professor.
Oh God, we need.
Uh, how are we gonna transport all this stuff?
I think we can get a.
You have
canoe.
hands, don't you?
It's
I
a
have
barrel.
8 strength.
You can literally
We'll
roll it. Aren't you a
we'll
strength-based
figure out
character?
something. Just get it over
No,
to Hera and meet
I'm
up
a
with the rest of us.
wisdom-based character.
Oh, you fucked
I
up.
have 8 strength.
You could
You
turn
can
into
also-
a bear or something and pull it for us.
That is true.
That's a
I,
smart
I,
idea.
That's actually a very smart idea.
I guess I could. Just
If we buy a cart, we don't even need a horse. You can just turn into a horse.
yeah. I could be that for 4 hours a day.
And you
For a
have
long
two
rest.
you have two uses, so
Yeah,
you
so
can
that's
be
4 hours
8 hours.
total.
Oh, okay. It's 2 hours per use.
It's a level divided by 2.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 6 hours is the normal day's travel. We'll just have to take it a little bit slower.
Yes.
And the
but
horse
on
is
a
faster
horse,
than
I
walking,
travel
so
faster.
Yeah, that is true.
But
Anyways.
on a horse is double the movement speed, so that's halving our time.
well,
to
we'd
get
all have to
somewhere.
be able to either ride a cart or
You can't tell me you can't be in the car sitting.
So
if
worst
we
case
get a cart,
scenario,
yes.
worst
We
case
have-
scenario, at night I'll turn into a werewolf, put that shit on my back, and just say, "All right, let's go."
Uh,
All right.
a
Anyway,
plan for a later day, as Kevin and Uda both try to push and drag this barrel as far down the dirt path as they can manage,
I turn into a
struggling the whole
bear.
way.
I
You can
turn into
imagine
a
that's
bear and I
that
pick it
sounds
up and I
horrible.
walk.
All right, you turn into a bear and start. Well, yeah, you go ahead, and pop the lid on that barrel, and with your
No, no,
bear
no, no,
strength,
no, no,
start
no, no,
pushing it
no.
down.
He's gonna grab it with his bare hands.
Yeah, like I'm grabbing it with my
I was-
paws. It's like
okay.
walk, stand
I was
up.
wondering when
You're-
someone was gonna make a
No,
joke.
that's not how bears work. You can't just walk on your back legs.
Yeah. I'd be like, hold on, let me get this on my back. Tie it up with some rope.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
yeah.
laughing at my
Turn
own
into
joke.
a giant
I know.
monkey instead.
All right. Uh, so, Mr. Ingrid and T10, you guys make your
Yo.
way over.
As we're walking, I'm going to talk to Alex now that we're alone.
Mhm.
So, based on what everyone else was saying, last night actually happened for everyone. You died. Are you all right?
I mean, Dan, this is more of a question for you. Do I feel alright? Is there anything that physically changed about me? Do I feel different?
You distinctly remember the pain of being stabbed through the gut several times, but you woke up, no injuries, no scars, no nothing. You, as far as you can tell, you're physically fine, but you definitely remember dying, as close to
Yeah.
dying as you can imagine.
Yeah,
My character's probably fine about it. I guess if we get to that.
yeah. I mean, I remember getting my guts ripped out, but there's no scars.
Jesus Christ, I'm mad I left.
There's no damage, I guess.
I don't know if it's true, but I'm a bit worried that I'm the one who dragged us there. I don't. We'll save that for another time.
Oh,
Point
figure it out.
is, after you left is better. Um, we still had my fear left to go. The final room was disturbing to say the least, but we dealt with it. Um,
What was it?
and I haven't.
Did I turn into an ape?
It was the being claiming to be a god of sorts. Point is, Lorelei did what Lorelei does and killed it. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew. So we had the choice to make a deal or kill it, and it was your turn, and I was controlling your character, and I knew you'd want to kill it, so I killed it.
I didn't get any trophies from it, did I? Because it's a dream.
I
It's a
got the
dream.
trophy from it because it was my room, and
Got it.
that is what I'm about to bring up. Um, so, like everyone else, I actually got something from it. No one else knows. I didn't tell them, but I found this in my pocket this morning, and I show him the syringe.
It appears to be a rather large, rusty old bloodstained syringe.
I don't
Boy,
like.
Um,
evil within anyone?
so
Okay.
I was wondering. I don't want to show it to the others. I want to figure out what it is, and I really don't want to use it, but if it's useful, uh, for the group, could you use it on me while I'm sleeping so that I don't have to, you know?
Well, let's figure it out what it is first before we start stabbing you with random objects. Okay?
So certainly I wasn't considering making use of it before we figure it out. Anyway, let's go get those items.
Alright.
Found out I could turn into an ape.
At this point, I assume we're in like a farm field, just looking
You
for
come across,
a
you would immediately come across farmland, which I forgot I had to double check something. Nope, it would not be.
I can turn into an ape, so I'm gonna turn that instead of a bear.
Yankee Kong?
I didn't know if there was like a stat move
Oh,
for
I
that.
can.
I've probably seen one too.
As there is a variety of root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, lots of things growing out of the ground. As there's a fairly burly hollow standing there, long white beard, as he is plucking potatoes out from the ground. But he does take quick notice of you approaching. Hello,
Hello.
strange.
Uh,
Don't get much smooth people coming through here.
oh, that's what we're being
Smooth.
called now. Smooth.
That's a new one. I'll admit.
Trust me, nothing beats his smooth as a point to D10.
Uh, yes, we're looking for samples of your uh, crop to give to Professor Vendrick.
The professor. Oh, that guy is talk of the town around here.
Hello.
He just
Yes,
wants
we were sent by him.
he just
Oh,
wants
you
some of my crop.
Portions as much as you could spare.
All right, then I'll make a deal out of you. I'm the only one that works on my field. Takes me all day to finish plucking. You two help me. You can have as much as you need.
Hello.
Certainly.
Yes, I am. Okay. I can see.
In fact, I think I could probably, if you let me leave for a moment, I could probably obtain more helpers.
Whatever you feel you gotta do, I'll be here either way. As he just continues plucking
Love you guys.
vegetables.
All right, I'll go get the entire rest of the party, tell them about the deal, and
You see me as a you see a giant ape with a barrel and Oda.
No, I'm not done yet.
She donkey
organize
kong
Well,
Buddha.
not a
Oh,
giant ape,
organize a
but just
little
an
bit of
ape.
farming for part of
no.
today.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
oh, um,
Go ahead, Isabella.
And yeah, make sure I get
Yeah.
that letter from Hera before I go.
yeah, I was planning grabbing that letter at the place because I figured that that's where we're gonna meet up at.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and have everybody give me some strength checks, athletics, if you have proficiency.
I didn't know that. Okay.
This is
And
why I
Maybe on
retrieved
the.
everybody. Statistically, we have a chance.
and based on
Would
how
I
high
need
you
to
guys
do
can
that
roll,
as
we'll decide how
Uh,
quickly you get through this.
I'm gonna have
would I
some
need to do
doors.
that as an ape?
If you're staying transformed as an ape, then yes, you'll use the ape stat block.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, both my athletics and my
Sure.
strength are the same. It's shit.
my
Give me the
strength
stat
is a
block
negative
for the
1, and
ape.
my athletics is higher than my strength. I think I would just go roll athletics.
I'm gonna use luck on that. I don't want to be
Hey,
that
I'm
pathetic.
that. I'm picking this up. I've got a strength of 14.
I'm gonna need you to give me the
Yeah.
stat block for an ape.
Whew, there we go.
I am working on it, Kevin.
I swear, if I rolled a natural
Ooh.
1, I would have been like, I don't pull out anything. If anything, the first one I
The
tried to pull
world
out.
is dead.
The greatest use of the lucky feat ever. Picking crops.
I think
Pulling
it's,
potatoes.
All for a pack of potatoes.
Wait, if we're picking crops, would I have like advantage since I'm the
Jesus
farm boy?
Christ, you're ugly.
uh,
I mean,
hold on. What's it within the barrel?
Lift open
You
the
know,
lid with my ape hand, just like crops.
As I'm moving through the field, I just cast levitate on the barrels and push
I'm
them along through the air.
I'm experiment.
Of
I need to
course.
figure out why they're black.
I mean, you can speak telepathically. You don't have to talk like an ape.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I'm just like,
I know you. Anyway,
it's a bit
uh,
choppy since I'm not quite used to it yet. Just like,
uh, but yeah, I'll go ahead
I
and
say
give you
this while
advantage
looking them
since you're.
directly in the eye. It's like I must figure out why they're black. They're not supposed to be black.
Would I know why they're black, DM?
No,
God no.
The scientist in me
I'm
demands
pretty
answers.
sure the professor is doing explicitly that,
I
figuring
say
out
leave
why
that
they're
to
black.
the professor. You don't strike me as the smartest guy around.
Neither do you.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm like
whatever.
leagues above him.
Here we go. Okay, I have the thing now.
Fair.
With
Cool.
strength save?
No, strength check.
Yeah, not a save.
Strength or athletics.
Strength
Check me.
Oh shit,
All
another
right.
natural.
Didn't
Me
even
and
need
the ape are
advantage.
doing all of the work.
Yeah, I mean,
How
I
the
have
hell do you have
experience plus
what the fuck?
strength.
What?
I have +0, but I rolled a natural 20.
How the fuck? Of course you did.
All right, let's see how bad Mr. Inger rolls. Being the only one that is actually strong in the group.
Watch me nat wonders.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Hoping
Breaks
for a
the
third natural
plans.
20, that would be fucking hilarious.
13.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, 13.
he rolled decently.
This is where my
Well, were you Were you hoping that he rolled that one?
A little,
Yes,
because it'd be
it
funny.
would have been hilarious.
It would have
So
been.
half the party, they're it's obvious that farming just wasn't in their blood. They're spending a good like 5-10 minutes just trying to yank a single potato out of the ground. They're
I'm using lightning lure to pull shit out of the ground.
And then you turn to me. It's like just like with one, just like whoop, 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 whoop. Just one.
Yeah, but you're turning into a creature. If I turn into a werewolf, I think I draw a little unnecessary attention, don't you think?
Yeah, but like I do it like but it's also just like the plant is just undamaged and just perfectly clean.
Oh, it's because you're a farmer before I even met you.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like the two things combined.
Honestly,
you're the
the
farmer
fact
and
that
a
I'm
druid.
doing well makes
Oh,
zero
old McDonald,
sense.
old McDonald.
I
He joined the
know,
Teen
right?
Titans.
How
No,
is
that's
TA
Beast
doing
Boy.
well?
I'm using
That's
magic
just
to
Beast
assist.
Boy, man.
Uh,
Where do you
but
think he gets all his veggies?
I'd say over the course of probably several hours it takes to get through all of these fields of crops, making sure plucking the good ones, not avoiding the bad ones that aren't done growing yet. And as you guys have like, nice piles and barrels and cartfuls of stuff that are now up at the farm at his little storage area for the crops. Uh, the old man wipes his brow of sweat. Ah, a good day's work. And it only took us a few hours. That's
Yeah, I'm
a
like
lot.
breathing. I'm like breathing carefully. I am definitely a bard.
I'm just standing there flipping through the interior design book I stole from the professor's office our first session.
Just look the farmer straight in the eyes and just go and just nod. Mm.
Mm.
Just go. Mm.
And that
Well, I'm
ape
still
friend
an
you got
ape.
there is really good at it too.
I'm just an
He's
ape still.
he's not an
Actually, the
ape.
funny thing is, you're probably not an ape because it took us a couple hours.
Yeah,
Well, he comes back. I turn back into an ape.
but you're otherwise. All right.
God, we're using a ton of resources uselessly today.
You know what?
I
Fuck it.
cast a
Give me a
mirror image against
He's never seen
day
me.
terrors.
He's
I
only seen ape.
I
all
use the
right.
lucky point to pull crops.
Give me a stealth roll, Kevin. I just want to see it.
As an ape or as Kevin?
Kevin.
That's Kevin.
It's like I can't let him know I exist. I rolled.
Hmm.
Can I roll that with guidance?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You have to state guidance before you make a roll.
Damn
Also,
it.
you can't cast guidance while an animal.
That
Well, it
too.
wasn't an animal. That's why I'm rolling stealth.
No, you were trying to make it so that you weren't.
A person.
No,
Noticed.
no.
When it ran
Kevin
out, I
was
had
right
to.
because this is when he transformed back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Nevertheless, uh, with a 10, uh, at one point the farmer happened to look over his shoulder, admiring the ape's handiwork as the ape just shrinks to a normal dude, pauses for a minute, and then transforms into an ape again. And the farmer's just like, alrighty then.
It's like okay.
I'll
I've
say
seen weirder shit.
I'll say to him in between. He's a druid.
You will not say this. You take no note of that. You were on
So
the
my
other
friend,
side of the field, still stuck on your third potato, just like.
Yeah, that's why my character would be worn out. He's
I
like,
have pulled
"Eh,
the most potatoes.
no shit.
Everything I pulled has slight lightning marks down the side of it.
already
Now,
pre-booked.
Kevin, since you are the only one that is a actual farmer and recognizes things, you notice these are definitely plants you would normally recognize. but they're all twisted. They're like wrong. Like you have fruit or vegetables that are sometimes misshapen. It's common, but every single one of these is misshapen and twisted and just looks wrong for some reason. You don't know why.
Well, listen, if I take a break, I'm just gonna look at one and just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Uh-huh.
Uh,
Kevin's sitting in the corner talking to plants.
anyways,
Just
That's what he
after
does.
after the whole farm session is done, my character says, with a heavy breathing, I am definitely the bard. Oh,
I slap him on the back. That's a good day's work, ain't it?
Yeah,
everything is sore. Why'd you do that?
I'm gonna
You
wipe the
only
dirt from my.
pulled like 5 potatoes. How are you sore?
I'm gonna wipe the dirt from my brow with a smile because I haven't worked like that since I was a kid.
I haven't worked on a
Neither have
field,
I.
period.
Stop complaining.
A good day's work will build you some character.
why
Why
do
do you
you have a minute?
suddenly? Yeah, why are you suddenly from Minnesota?
I don't fucking know.
I was about to ask the same
No,
thing.
That was so specific. That was so specific.
Northeastern apes, you know.
Oh, don't
Everywhere
you
in the
know?
north,
We're
including
growing
London.
crops out here like crazy.
Moving on.
Pulled this entire field.
All right, I have one more good
Almost. I
old
pulled
Canadian
out like
ape.
3/5 of the field.
Yes.
All right, so
Quinn has pulled out a
our
fifth, and then everyone else has pulled out the last one.
our burly potato farmer will look over the group. All right, boys, you did a good job. So I don't have a consistent accent for this man. My God.
You don't have
All
a
right,
consistent accent for anybody.
fuck you.
There's no
This
need
is
to
a real
point it
person.
at him.
I love you.
So tell you what. Uh, it's gonna be a long haul, and I'm guessing you're not exactly transporting this up to Proes. So, here, as he points out a very small little two-wheeled cart. This one's kind of old and rugged, and probably not going to make more than a couple trips. But you can go ahead and stash as much of the crop you need in this, and have yourselves a good day.
I'm gonna put
Thank you.
everything
Wha-
in it,
Where where did
tie it all up.
where did that barrel come from? Oh God, can can your lungs collapse?
You've never done a hard earnest day's work of your life.
Depends on your definition of hard day's work.
I mean, I haven't exactly
Hard
done much in
labor.
that front either. This is kind of new for me.
I haven't
Yeah,
done
but
any.
somehow you're doing better than me.
I haven't done
Growing
any.
up in
Nostalgic.
Rubra, we never really did much in the way of farming.
I thought you
That
were
makes
from.
sense.
Okay.
I thought you were saying you were from Old Ferregno.
No.
No, you didn't.
I could have sworn you said that.
This is nostalgic.
Anyway, we can get a little bit of your shopping done, Kevin, now that we're done for the day, and then we'll find a place to stay tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't get a
Hold on.
replacement crossbow.
What's up with the barrel?
Oh, the bear's crops. I'm going to do a bit of experimenting to see what's up with the warped corruptness of these
So
plants.
we'll be doing a bit of experimenting.
Well, I'm
This
gonna
is
do
what
it
we're
on
meant
my
to
own.
deliver.
That's why I bought extra.
Transferring.
It-
Oh, okay. Do what you will with that.
Okay, but I'm pretty certain the
Sure, if it's
professor is gonna
extra.
want all of this.
If it's extra, it's fine. Just take a little bit, not much.
Then
Yeah.
hold it, damn it.
Okay, don't need the food here. Good to know.
I mean, Some of it's like this, but not all of it.
I don't want to take that chance.
Sort two, if we're going that way.
Eh,
Right.
let's just load this up on the cart, head back to the church, talk to the lady, grab the letter, find a place to rest, and head on out first thing in the morning.
Right.
That's what you're gonna do. I have better things to do in my time.
Where are you
Uh,
gonna
I want to
go?
learn more about this Jack Pine
Please don't.
Oh,
and all
Sounds
the
like a
other
waste
new
of
Dragon
time.
Slayers.
don't.
You hear so many stories. It's like I want to know the real thing.
What if you, whatever, just go and tell us later. Except none of us will listen.
None of it will listen, but I'll be happy.
I'll just
So,
grab the letter.
is everyone going up to the temple to get the letter from Lady Hera,
Uh,
or is it just some of you?
I'm just gonna grab the letter.
I'm going.
Gonna
I
head
want
to the
I
nearest
want the
store
word.
because I need some
I'll
supplies. I'm doing a job tonight.
yeah,
I want to learn.
I'll retrieve my money from Alex and ask for an extra 4 silver.
Why?
If in the future my little friend here is destroyed, I'll need a little bit more supplies on that front. But don't worry, I'm only taking exactly the amount of money I need.
Hopefully they don't overcharge.
I regrettingly hand you 4 silver.
Begrudgingly.
And my 9 gold. Okay, good. I head over to the shop with Kevin.
I'm heading to the shop as well.
Right, we're going to the shop first, then the temple.
Oh no,
No,
I'm
the
just
other
going
group
straight to
of
the
people
temple.
are going to the temple. We're going to the shop.
I'm just
Okay.
grabbing the letter and then asking her a decent place to stay.
I really want to find out. I really want Kevin to find out he's related to Jack. So
Save
bad.
that for the plot points later. Don't
Please.
don't fuck with it now.
I will say this bit of unfortunate news as you guys start asking around for like a general store. Unfortunately, there isn't really one in town.
Oh
For the
no, I'm
most
just
part,
going to the witch's grave.
yes, there's the Witch's Grave that has a lot of alchemy supplies as well as potions and various brews.
I'm gonna
And
get
there,
it.
How much they cost?
you have to ask the person running the place.
Yeah.
The only other shop in town would be the brewery, which is mainly sells alcohol.
Yeah, I'll head to the witch's place then.
Yeah, same.
Right. The three of you come on in as the green hag looks over and recognizes you, Lorelei.
Oh, back again already, dear. What can I do for you fine gentlemen?
Do you
I'm just
Recognize this
sell?
person for my line of work?
No, you were literally here earlier today.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Do you sell alchemy
I'm
supplies?
I'm I'm high. Don't mind me. I'm gonna ask her what potions and wares she has other than the stuff we collected earlier.
Hmm. Ah,
I'm gonna ask if she sells alchemy supplies.
I imagine a hag has the spell components to find familiar, so I'm just going to find what I need and pile it up on the counter and put down the money.
Yeah, since I have since I literally have this, I'm definitely gonna check to see if Might be something I could use specifically for me.
Do we need alchemy supplies to see what to buy the supplies, like proficiency?
You don't need the
Um,
proficiency to buy it, but you won't be able to add your proficiency bonus to any
Well,
rolls
I
you
do
make.
have proficiency in alchemy supplies. That's why I went to
Okay.
buy them. 'Cause I
Then
don't
why did
have
you
them.
ask?
I don't know.
Is a
the
potato.
so yes,
I am a botanist.
the hag would easily be able to give you the components for Find Familiar, and she sells that to you.
I am entirely out of money.
And as for me, let her know that I'm a blood hunter. Maybe she has something specifically towards my ilk.
Hmm, I just might.
Uh-oh.
I'm now having to look through. This is why I just need to spend my day doing research, looking through like item lists and shit. Because I'm currently just looking through all potions, like, let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here?
Potion of regeneration.
Potion of go fuck you. Hang
Oh,
on.
we got.
The hag will look to you.
A
Well,
better boosting
I have a
potion.
few things you might need. I have potions of healing by the dozen. Oh,
Yeah, I think I'll pick up a couple of those. I don't know. I just plan on doing some work later this evening, and just thought that might there be something specifically towards doing a different kind of job.
well, you said you wanted a couple of healing potions. Well, I could let those go for a measly 100 gold pieces.
Gold pieces, you say? Hmm?
They're 50 gold each for a healing potion.
They're for the cheapest.
Yes, for the cheapest.
Well, that's your standard potion of healing. It's 50 gold. So she is just not lowballing you at all.
All right. Then because of
Completely
that,
honest.
I'll buy one potion of healing, and based on what I asked for earlier, do you think I'm gonna ask? Is there anything else that besides healing potions that could aid me in taking care of problems at night, or just give a vague description of what I do for a living?
Hey, I'm looking to murder some people. You got any stuff for that?
You got
Exactly.
any
Duh.
weapon? You got any
Well, let's
poison?
see.
I guess it is a hag. I don't know.
Hmm.
It could just be a really old woman.
You literally told us it was a green hag.
Oh.
It's literally a green hag, undeniably. Long nose, warty green skin. Even if you ask her, she's like, yes, I'm a hag.
Oh.
Wow, just hadn't had it.
So, quick weird question. This doesn't pertain to our current characters at all. But we made the deal with those hags. Technically, that deal was left up in the air. Is it still ongoing in any way?
How am I overweight? I
I I will
what?
give you some meta knowledge. Those hags are dead.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sweet.
that deal is up in smoke, like the hags.
Hey Johnny, is there a reason why my weight went from normal to 284.04?
Uh, we can look
I
at your sheet.
subtra- I subtracted gold and added a healing potion that says point 0.5 weight. The fuck?
Let's take a look. See here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're very heavy for some reason.
Yeah, it was normal a second ago. This is the second character
Here,
sheet that's done
go
this
ahead
to me.
and keep looking through your
Roll,
stuff. I'll help
roll
him
for
out with
that,
his
bitch. You're
sheet.
not meant to eat so much.
I think I figured out what the issue here is. For some reason, his crossbow bolts weigh 20 pounds.
What?
Oh, balls.
What?
20 pounds each. How much is it supposed to weigh? Like less than 0.5, right?
It doesn't matter. We don't really use the weight.
It's not the point. It's gonna
Yeah.
confuse me.
Probably like
Uh,
0.2 pounds instead of 20 pounds.
0.07 per bolt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 0.07 is what that number is supposed to be, not 20.
20
So before I leave the
pounds.
hag, see if there's anything else, like maybe a cheap poison or something I might need.
So she would offer to you two things. One, before anything, did you decide to buy a potion of health or no?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I thought
She
when I removed the money, that's when I had the weight problem.
okay. She'll sell you the one potion for 50 gold.
Yeah.
She will go, well, my my best poison that I have on hand. That will cost you quite a costly sum. For the weakest poison I have on hand would cost you 100 gold.
Sigh. A little too rich for my blood. I appreciate your help, though. If I get paid well from my next upcoming job, then you'll be damn sure I'll come back.
Ooh, excellent. I hope to make a repeat customer out of you.
We literally never return to the city again.
Bullshit. If I
Between
get
you
paid
and
well for my job that I'm gonna try to get tonight,
I
I'll
mean,
come
this
back to
might.
her.
It sounds like the people here like the professor. This might be where he wants to go after we.
that is
I don't like
true.
here. Honest
I
work.
mean, he would
Yeah,
have
fair
plenty
enough.
of test subjects, so.
Oh yeah, and Kevin would be able to work as a farmer if he wanted to during the day. Yeah, it would work out.
And
Whatever.
every campaign, we have to find the least developed town and develop it as much as possible.
Yeah, and also I can do my
I don't want to go through
experiments
that.
on these
Like we're playing Final
flowers.
Fantasy or something.
I love
It's
it
not
that
Proceed.
you
my
guys
turn
are
this
already
time.
thinking so
all
far
right.
ahead with the DMs just like sitting back going, yep, this place is going to get nuked first.
So, Kevin, I just want to get the progression of your character correct. You started as a nobody farmer, then became one of the guards for the forest, and now you're trying to become a scientist.
No, see, I learned a lot from plants from as a farmer, and I learned
Mhm.
Farmers
more.
aren't biologists.
Yeah,
I'm
but when I
studying to
became a
be a
druid,
biologist. It's
I
a
learned a
different
lot
thing.
more about them. Cause like I was always interested in him as a farmer, and then when I came
You see,
when I went to the forest, I learned way more. It was like
there's
Simple.
a
I'm just an
reason why
assassin for
nature.
hire.
extremely grew.
There's
So
a
it's like,
reason why nature is an intelligence-based thing. It's about studying things with book-learned knowledge.
which I
Becoming
am
a druid
doing.
is usually about feeling things are out. That is why it is wisdom-based.
Yes, but it's a
Being a druid doesn't
militaristic.
make you a scientist.
The tribe I learned from was a militaristic tribe, so it's like yes, classes. So
They wouldn't
learning
teach you
more.
anything.
What? Okay, let's
No,
get back
I
Plus,
think.
I also learned alchemy there.
Like,
That with my herbalism would
okay,
mean
this is.
yes, I learned a lot about plants.
This is extremely off topic now. Can we go back to the part where we roll dice and make monkey brain go brr?
all right, let's go. Let's go roll some dice. Everybody roll initiative. I'm kidding. Don't roll initiative.
Initiative on what?
Lady Hera
Actual?
goes for the
No, she
goes
has an
for the kill.
alchemist
Lady Hera got
class.
sick of your shit, Jack.
All
Lady Hera got
right.
sick of you asking too many questions.
Let me double check what alchemist supplies. The hag would be able to, she would look to you. Oh, I can't say I have a lot, but I scrounged something together. Let's say 60 gold pieces.
What was that?
60 gold
60
pieces.
gold.
And I'm done with my business. Who the hell is she talking to now?
Kevin.
She's talking to Kevin.
Evan.
Oh God.
That is more than what they are normally worth.
Yes. Does she care? No.
She's a hag.
It's a business. You're not going to a
She's a
standard store. You're going to the middle of nowhere, like back alley store. their prices, their rules.
Hmm.
Also, when you find someone naive, you usually up that
I'm not
price.
naive though. I actually know alchemy. I have proficiency in it.
You seem naive.
Arguing naivete aside, are
Like
you willing to pay?
I don't have 60 gold. I was like, I'm thinking,
Oh.
what can I do? Is there any way I could? Do you think I can do to lower that price? Is there any work I
Talk
could
to
do?
the talk to the NPC. You know, like in the game we're playing.
Is there any way I could? Is there work I could do to lower that price?
Why do I feel like he's trying to find out where the booklet is for this? Like the cheat sheet that you would always pass around as kids for like Pokemon or something. Because
Hmm.
that's what it feels like he's currently asking.
So you're willing to work, are you?
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh no.
Hmm. I
That
just might have a job.
don't sound right. Oh boy.
It is a
I'll tell
hag.
you what. I will give you a alchemy set free of charge if you do a simple task for me.
What's the task?
Up in the mountains here, there's an old ruined shack, abandoned for years. But there's a particular plant that happens to grow there quite often. Now, I normally make the trek myself, but oh, these withered old bones, it grows tiresome to head up there. You
Must be
could,
scam, my guy.
And as she pulls out a basket, fit this basket with the herbs that are growing around that little hut, and bring it back here.
All right.
Why do I have a feeling it's not as simple as it sounds?
Never is.
The hag.
Rue,
Can I
did
get some help, Lorelai?
no? That's too meta. I shouldn't ask that.
Lorelai, can I get some help on this? I doubt it's gonna be that easy.
I'll still ask it. I probably won't know why
What
she's
is it
reacting in
for?
this way, but does she react to my current affliction in any way?
I don't. I would certainly say you aren't looking for that kind of thing, and she doesn't really seem to take note. To be fair, she's probably already. It's already strange that people that are clearly not hollows have come into town to begin with.
Yep.
Fair
Also,
enough.
she's trying to sell things. She's not about to go, "Oh God, a robot! Get out of my
Oh
shop!"
no, I was not talking about that affliction. I was talking about the -5 to my maximum hit point affliction.
Oh, that's not something visually she could see.
I don't know, hags
Johnny,
and
Exactly.
hags.
Johnny,
Things
what is
happen for
Kevin?
everything.
Sorry, what is Kevin's task, and what is he getting as a reward?
He is getting a alchemy set for free if he climbs up into the mountains where there's an old abandoned shack that has a particular herb growing around it.
Would that
Build
cut
a
into
little.
my? Would that cut into my trying to contact my contact to see if there's a job opening tonight?
You would
I mean,
probably not be doing that tonight.
you're welcome to try, but the problem is this is already a fairly small town full of very specifically hollows. It's unlikely that you can get in contact with someone here that's from the forest. You can try for sure, but
That's trash. All right, I'm gonna help Kevin.
all right.
Thank you.
The hag will hand you the basket as she will go. I will give you this. The hut is by a little bit of a swampy area, so just remember, try not to stink in the mud. All right, then you two, you have fun.
Wait, are you planning to go there tonight?
Yes.
Screw it. T10 will follow. He's bored.
I got
Why
nothing
not?
better to
Fucking
do. What
field
the
trip,
fuck?
stupid.
Have fun the
He's
party.
distracted.
I
He's
mean,
sitting there. He's sitting there reading a book, just walking next to you guys, because that's kind of what he does.
I mean,
I
if I
I love the idea that he is not listening to anything that's happening and it's just assumed they're going back to the group, so he's just stuck like, I'm going to continue to read the book and follow these two. They know where they're going.
Yep.
Sure.
I like that
yeah,
too.
it's like yeah,
He
it's
gets
like yeah,
very distracted.
I get that alchemy set for
Oh,
free. That was a
really?
huge bonus. They're expensive. They're 50 gold pieces, and she wanted me to pay 60.
Yes.
He's a bitch.
Yeah,
Kevin,
she's a hag.
Kevin, my dear friend. She's not in an official store. She has a business to run. She's trying to just probably feed herself. I know you don't
True.
agree with the prices, but at the end of the day, imagine if you were in a position like that. You're not trying to judge, you're just trying to get paid.
I mean, how much business does an alchemist get in a town of hollows anyway?
Probably the first customer she's seen in a while.
Probably a lot more than we're thinking.
She probably outsources to different towns. Because I assume this is a really rare trade.
Probably.
Maybe.
And expensive,
Hi
too.
ho, hi ho. It's off to the wilderness we go.
To
Off the hell
Deathbed
we
Mountains,
go.
all we go.
Okay, as we
Yeah,
reach the swamp and my foot sinks into the mud, I look up. Where the fuck?
Quickly get him out of the mud because I realize now he was not paying attention the last, I guess, whatever amount of time it took to get here.
What, like 15 minutes?
If I may ask, what are we doing right now?
Oh, no,
I mean,
no,
I
no.
thought,
Horseback, grab flowers.
yeah, I thought when you were following us that you knew that we were, well, Kevin needs to get some alchemist supplies. The woman's overcharging because, she's not an official shop. So in exchange, I'm helping him out with this task to retrieve some stuff that she needs so that he can get the alchemist set. When you said, I'll come with, I thought you knew, but now I realize you were just paying half attention.
Well, sure. Why not?
So at this point, the two Alexes have headed into the temple.
Yeah, we're just basically
Yeah,
getting a damn
finally.
letter.
An hour now.
As one half of the party climbs up into the mountains to do a weird job for a green hat.
And I couldn't help him at all, but I'm like, you're my friend. I feel like you might die.
But the rest of the party,
Yep.
you guys head up to the area. I'm like doing two things at once, so excuse my slowness.
You're
You're
fine.
You head
fine.
up
You're
there.
only
Split
human.
parties are always rough. I half think that the reason why split the party became such a big meme is not only because it's dangerous, because also DMs get annoyed when they have to do fucking multiple things at a time.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, because you have to describe things on both players in, etc.
Oh,
Her always looks so angry.
I try to do it when the entire party is by themselves. Then each
The hell was that
completely
accent for a minute?
What?
What
Someone
accent?
explain to me why there's a brain with a bird beak.
Anyways. What?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Did you roll a random encounter or something?
I'm just looking through some things. Don't worry about
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now we have to fight a bird with a brain.
it.
I think you
I
got
I
that
mean, it's
backwards.
obviously got
Birds
more
have
of a
brain.
brain than you do.
Shut
It's
up,
secretly Tim's brain.
I'd pay for that.
Oh,
Rue, this is when Sren shows up.
oh my god, yeah.
An axe beak.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so you guys head up there to the temple. Lady Hera is at her little podium as you see her, quill in hand, seemingly writing the last bit of her note
uh,
as she sort of glances up. Oh, welcome back.
Yes.
Yes,
Hi.
we're back.
I do hope the townsfolk didn't cause you too much trouble. I know some of them are not as friendly as I'd like them to be.
Well,
Was pleasant,
most of the people
I
I've
guess.
ran into were pleasant, so I count
And
that as a
I now feel
bonus.
terrible for Uda because now he's possibly the one that got the terrible. And he was sent with Kevin. Yep, he had a bad time.
But our characters don't know that the guy was terrible or not, because Kevin didn't
He
say,
went with
etc.
Kevin. That's all that needs to happen.
Fair enough.
Respectful.
I mean, hanging out with Kevin is just stressful.
Okay.
Like, I could
Yep.
not imagine being
Anyway,
his friend
back to
for
the point at
years.
hand.
Yes.
You have your letter ready?
Yes, I have it right here. Allow me to finish writing a couple last things here. Uh, if you don't mind me asking, where's the rest of your group wandered off to?
I think they went to the
They went
shop.
to.
The witch's grave? I think they went there.
Yeah, the witch's grave.
I'm sorry, they went. You said that correct? The witch's grave?
Yes, ma'am.
They wish to collect some resources. What's wrong?
Well, ah, how do I put this? The hag that works there has a bad habit of causing trouble for outsiders.
The hag does what a hag does best. Got it.
Yeah, I was
Hag.
kind of getting that vibe while I was in there.
You get that vibe from every woman you look at.
Not from every woman, come on! Give me some credit!
No. Alright. Anything in particular she would be looking for, I guess?
Nothing specific I know of, anyway, but I don't always speak with her. No, I just know she gets a kick out of causing trouble. Anyway,
Oh, okay. Good to know. So, hypothetically speaking, no one should accept a quest from her, right?
Please halt.
I wouldn't want to assume that, but I would say if it was me, I wouldn't be the one trusting the word of a hag.
I heard you on
As
that
she
one.
folds up the piece of paper and hands it to you. There you are.
Thank you.
And if you need a place to rest for the evening, I can't promise it's the most comfortable place, but here in the temple we have some beds available.
Oh, I was just about to ask about that. Wait, can you
We'll
read
take you up
minds?
on the offer once we deal with our situation.
Wait, can you read
And I
minds?
start to head off to the witch's brew. Or
Okay.
whatever
Which
it's
is
called. The witch's grave.
Um, yeah, they should be fine. Hopefully.
I'm still going.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could grab supplies.
I am heading to the witch's grave.
I'll head along with you, despite some
Do we know it's called the
reluctance.
witch's grave?
yes, it's literally a sign on that's posted outside the witch's
There's a
grave.
sign for it. And it's been called that by Hera.
Oh, no, I was
And
thinking
by
about the
our
old
party.
shack, sorry. I was like, do we know what it's called, or is it just the old shack up in the mountains?
Oh, the shack? There's no name for that. They're not going there, they're going to the hag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys go over to the hag's little mausoleum. As most certainly, it's a green hag.
I, s-
Welcome. I have all new customers today. Welcome.
well, she would recognize me, obviously.
Where are the
What,
others?
whatever do you mean?
Don't play dumb with me. I know they came over here and I know they wanted supplies. Where are the others? I don't see them in here.
Oh, they've just run off to do a little job for me. I'm sure they'll be back soon.
Where?
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Oh,
Where?
of course not. Oh, hmm. I just sent them out across the way. There's a
Uh,
little valley opposite mountain of the town, off the road a bit.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah, I was gonna insight that because right now I am on a
Go right ahead.
this
Please
18
roll. Please,
plus
Lord,
1,
roll.
4. Hey, 23!
Damn it.
Actually, no, 22.
I still want to see Alex's though.
Yeah, I want to see Alex.
11.
Uh, with 11, you don't think she's lying, but it's a little hard to tell.
22.
You're not the best. You're not the best judge of character. Other Alex. Oh yeah, this is classic hag right here.
Yeah.
Warhammer comes out on the ground. Thud. Still holding the handle. Don't play around with me.
Uh,
Where did you send them?
okay, now I'm confused.
Green hag smiles. All right, all right. If we have to get violent, I sent
Well,
them up into the mountains to deal with a little problem of mine. Nothing too horrifying. Unless her brood hatched, of course. Then it will be quite horrifying.
what now?
I'm sorry, what?
What? I have an old sister up there that's been causing me some problems with her little experiments. Figured I'd send the poor sods up there to solve the problem for me.
Okay, I'm going to roll insight again just for the sake of actually making sure that this is the truth.
Oh,
That,
please
like,
Go
roll,
ahead.
though. Please roll, though.
17 plus
Damn
an
it.
E4.
I'm gonna say
No,
based.
Slatter.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say based on my
18.
characters.
18.
All right, with an 18, she seems to be telling the truth.
Uh,
Enough
okay.
of the truth?
Maybe.
I mean, you could probably guess she knows more information, but it's up to her whether she wants to actually share it or not.
Uh, so what type
It,
of
she's
potions do you?
definitely not. She's not lying.
She's not
So,
lying.
what type of potions do you sell?
I mean, my character.
you, you possibly sent my friends to die in the hands of another hag. By the way, what potions do you sell?
I mean, we're probably going to need to bring some extra potions. just in case.
Wordlessly, I pick up the Warhammer, drag him out, drag Alex out with me, and just say, we're heading up to the top of the hill,
What?
top of the mountain.
All
There's
right.
I'm just gonna
fucking
ritual
thing.
cast locate plants or animals, see if I can find like some mountain goats.
We're looking
Like
for plants. Why wouldn't you use it to find what we're looking for?
well, the
About the.
animals are for the navigation.
That
You
range
don't
is
need the animals to
huge.
navigate you if you know where they
Through the
are.
swamp. I need to navigate through the swamp.
You love the
Why would
direction
mountain goats
and
know the way through a swamp?
It's on a mountain.
But they're
you
not swamp
Do
animals.
you hear
dude,
yourself?
look for read the spell. You can literally look for the plant within 5 miles. You can be at the
I need a
bottom of the
specific kind of
mountain.
plant to
Yes!
locate the plant.
And she told
Yes!
you what it
Herb.
And you
was.
That's
can
all she
find it
called
with
it.
and you can find it with that.
Fuck it. I will allow you to have the knowledge of the name of the plant. if you have this spell, you might have asked her. I'm,
Okay, I asked her, what is it?
it is a special kind of flower that grows a lot of grass around it. It is called swamp's hair.
I guess I'll look for that.
All right. Uh,
I want to locate mountain goat.
I want to locate Mountain Goat. I cannot believe that was even remotely
I
a
want to locate
sentence.
mountain. Where is mountain?
I cast locate object for a person.
Okay. Okay.
CEO
Oh
Mountain.
my god. Let me breathe. Fucking take.
You
You
alright
guys
there?
climb up. Anyway, you guys climb up. The rest of the party is starting to close in behind, but not quite caught up to you. As with your little bit of magic, you are easily able to track down this little shack. It is a shack set next to the water, and as far as you can tell, it's definitely abandoned. There's not even a door hanging on the hinges of this shack, and it doesn't look like it's been occupied for years.
Hmm.
The plants are growing
The
outside the shack, right? Not inside.
A little bit of both. You can see that they're growing around the outside of the shack. Uh, the shack is sitting on, some nasty looking swamp land with a little pond right next to it.
Going inside there seems ill-advised. Let's just pick what we need and go.
Not the right plans, but I will ritual. I say that, and I say, but I will ritual cast detect magic.
Oh boy.
So, just in case. Do I detect anything?
There does not seem to be any particular magic in or around the shack.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna prepare some magic stones real quick and then open the door to the shack.
Well, I just
There
said don't go in there.
I
also
know, but like the
I
plants are in there.
They're
they're
out here
not.
too.
They're not though. I just said that.
Why did you say that? Rue
I
said
did
they
say
were.
that
Why?
because they're not outside. That's why we have
Yes,
to
they
open.
are.
Are they outside?
Yes!
Yes, that's what I
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just grab some then.
Oh my
That,
god.
I feel like that'd be too obvious.
no, and also I explicitly said there's not a door on this shack.
Oh,
Weren't paying attention at all.
I misheard some things.
You didn't
Clearly.
hear any.
It's the entire description!
Pay the frick attention.
Uh,
Dude.
Kevin, may I ask you a question? Is the shack in the middle? Is the shack near a pond or in a meadow of flowers?
Pond?
There we go.
At least he was paying attention on that part.
I
That
think
took
that was a
him way too
guess.
long.
I
That was
think
a
it was.
guess.
Yeah, I know it was a guess.
All right. Oh my god.
Aneurysm.
Oh god. I feel like
Call me both.
I feel like my
Argue,
brain is
fucking
on
argue with me
fire.
about what I just asked Rue.
I feel like my brain is on fire just listening to Kevin.
Use my mastery over herbalism and just grab them.
You don't need a mastery of herbalism to pick some fucking
I
flowers.
want to brag.
Stop trying to brag in the wrong scenario.
All
Why is that
right.
a brag?
It's not even the right.
In the right time to do it.
All right. All right. All right. So Kevin goes.
Might as well be
You
Jack.
might as well be.
He's Jack
Same
2.0,
level of
except
intelligence.
worse.
Kevin, are you the only one that's coming up to the shack, or is the rest of the party going to come? Or
I
who
mean,
is
I'm
with you?
assuming
I'm
it's
picking the
just
plants,
me.
but I'm avoiding the shack to the best of my ability.
You do have to stand next to the shack, unfortunately. That's where the plant is growing.
All right, then I'll go next to the shack.
Right.
Would I
And
know a few of the
Lorelai.
properties though of like the plants other than I need to grab these plants specifically?
Yeah. You would know it's a common alchemy ingredient. The specific details, you're not sure off the top of your head.
Well, after I fill up the basket, I'm gonna grab a bit more for myself.
Okay. And Lorelai, are you helping them with picking the grass, or what are you doing?
Is there anything else worth looking at around here?
For the most part, it's just this little swamp area, maybe some trees, the little pond next to the shack.
You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna take one of my vials in my bag, and I want to take a sampling of the swamp. Like the swamp water, before I continue to help Kevin.
All right.
Do I need to do investigation to see if there's anything funky about
Uh,
it?
no. I do need you to do a dex save, though.
Oh,
No, it's the large gate crocodile from the Resident Evil 4.
oh
Or
fuck
maybe
that.
it's the hag.
As you approach the swamp, you
It's
go
the swamp
to
that the
reach
hag
in and
explicitly
fill a
told us not
vial.
to go into.
She said nothing of the sort. She simply warned you there was a swamp and to be careful. She didn't want your feet to get sunk in the mud. Said nothing about the pond or anything.
Nothing about the water
Anyway,
specifically.
uh, a hand leaps out from the water and tries to grab you, Lorelai. You immediately manage to jump back away from it as a bandit crawls out from the water, which
What?
seems strange.
So, can I kill the bandit and slice his throat since he decided to scare me?
Whoa! Okay. Gotta get
Well,
used to the fact that you jump straight to murder.
It's a bandit. Nobody's gonna miss his dumbass.
I mean, I was about to go like, can I
Bandits
use
can
That
have
my
bandit,
magic
family.
stone sling?
that bandit most likely has a family, and you just murdered
Fuck
him
'em.
in cold
Bitch,
blood.
that fucker already dead. He was hiding in a pond.
Fine, before I resort to violence, I
Literally
will question the
submerged.
bandit to see what the fuck's going on. I'll be diplomatic about it. I won't go straight to violence. You're right. But if he tries anything funky, I'm shoving my whip where the sun don't shine.
Good cop, bad cop.
I'm not saying murder isn't a good idea eventually, considering where he's coming from, but
Yeah, it's like
I'm not jumping to violence.
fucking Solomon Grundy over here.
Solomon Grundy.
So yes, DM, I'm gonna talk to the bandit, see if he's just elaborate did what happened to him other than the obvious.
As you look into the eyes of the bandit, uh, he's got this awful, just glazed look. He kind of just, you're not supposed to be here. And as he says that, you notice bubbles start to spurt up from the water as three more bandits climb out.
Fucking,
I
I
say let's
understand
run.
this might be your territory or the base or whatever. We're just picking some flowers and we'll be on our way.
looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
As The
Do we
bandits
have the
look over the
flowers we
group.
need?
Yes, you have gathered up
Cool, let's
the
run.
correct flowers.
Cool, we don't need to
You
be there no
absolutely
more.
can
Let's
run.
go. Let's just go.
Damn.
Wait till the other half of the party shows up looking for us.
It's like, no, we'll pass them. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's go. So we don't need to be here. Go, 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 go.
If my teammates are
Ian?
running, then I will just be behind them, escorting them, so they don't get attacked from their six. Once I want to fight, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me not be an asshole.
I think they're already dead, from what I consider it.
I mean, I don't give a shit about if they put a hand on you.
They were just sleeping in the pond. They're dead. They're not streetings, whatever the fuck they're called. They're not
Yeah, you
mermaids.
have a point. All right, DM, what's next for idiots?
Alright. You guys run the fuck away. as
That's
you
avoided.
as you
They were
guys
scared.
run the fuck away, you do end up running into your other party members as they've climbed up into the mountain looking for you.
Damn it.
There you are! You idiots!
There you lot are. Come on, we gotta go now.
Gotta go, gotta go! Other hag!
I mean, picking flowers isn't that difficult of a task.
No,
Hag?
another! There's another
the
hag!
flowers were ruse.
Move, 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 move.
We're
talk, guys.
already moving. Come on.
I forgot my owl. I turned. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, not me owl!
Not my familiar. I
He's
can read
already-
something.
The owl is gone, son.
Let's
I
go run
forgot
up
my
to the
book on
waterlogged
interior
bandits again.
design by the water.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I forgot my thesis on photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis?
Yes.
Captain's sensitive about his list.
God damn it.
Aw, we missed the encounter.
Ish, more like just ran away from it. It's like, nah, nope.
I only ran because y'all motherfuckers ran. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna abandon my team. It's kind of retarded.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be an idiot for this one, alright?
It's like we don't need to.
Yeah,
So
if they.
it's not.
Yeah, no, I get it. If they attacked us first, it would have been a different story.
It's like they didn't really attack us. It's like you're not.
I mean,
It's
we
like
don't.
this is
That
private
next save could
property.
have resulted in you being dragged under the water.
All they essentially did was like, yo, this is private property. Leave.
Anyway,
Get the hell off my
swish!
lawn.
Get the hell off my damn lawn!
That's essentially all they did. They're just like, a person was like, this is private property. You're not supposed to be here. Please
Okay.
leave. Not
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
sure.
yep. Alright, we're heading down that mountain now.
Alright.
Pathanatus up the. I can never remember how this city's name is pronounced.
Thanatos.
Pathanatus.
You know
You adding-
Thanatos, the god of death?
Thanatos,
Add a
yes.
puh.
Pathanatos.
No, it's just Pathanos.
Half,
Pathanos.
nose.
Pathanos.
Thanatos.
I
You're
see
adding extra
pot.
letters.
It's like
You
I
like
see
with me with,
Thanos,
Appalachia?
and it's mixing me up because I see pot Hanos.
Well, Johnny, like with me with Appalachia.
Yes, Appalachia.
Appalachia?
Yeah, exactly. Every time
I
we would.
mean,
In
you
the
have all the
Borderlands,
correct
right?
letters, you're just adding a syllable.
Yeah, no. Every time we're playing, I pronounce it a different way every single time, and I don't know how.
I mean, I call Uriel, whatever the fuck his name is from Final Fantasy 14, Uriel, because they never said his name in any of the cutscenes, like with the voice acting.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
It was like, oh yeah, Uriel. like fucking Little Mermaid or whatever the fuck it's called.
Ariel?
Ariel.
Ariel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not Uriel, but
Uriel is
I'm
the name of
using
an
a U, so
angel.
it's Uriel.
Oh my god. All right.
If I
Moving
did,
on from this conversation.
yes, I don't know how much longer I can handle this stupidity.
Okay.
You are not to talk.
I am pure Dom incarnate. If I
You
was a
have been
if
for
I
the
was a
last
fate
two
if I was a
campaigns.
if I was a fate character, my origin and affinity would both be idiot.
It's fair.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys return, climb down the mountain. Kevin, you can bring the stack of swamp's hair to the green hag.
I am smiling with like a good boy, like with a face that just says, "I am a good boy."
Oh, good job. Good job. You didn't run into any trouble up there, did you?
I mean, there were some guys that appeared out of a pond, but they're just like, "You're not supposed to be here. Leave." So we left. So we already had what we needed.
I suppose that's understandable. She takes the basket. All right. Well, a deal is a deal. As she hands you a box and cracks open the box, showing you it has all the various alchemist supplies in it. Closes it up. There you are.
Yes.
2 days from now, it'll turn back into a rock.
You know, I would not be surprised.
By the way, make a wisdom saving throw. Kidding.
That'd be fucking
Okay.
hilarious. All of that for a cursed item.
Did I roll
I
that
mean,
with?
it wasn't much of a struggle. We just kind of left.
We did, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it's because
I
I
didn't
made the
think.
right call, damn it.
Wait, I can't roll guidance on a wisdom saving.
I think the events would
No,
have gone
not.
exactly the same either way.
They possibly would have.
I'm almost sad. I found these little critters. It would have been fun.
I'm surprised you
Now
just didn't
listen,
make
if
us
I
walk back
failed
to
that
them
deck
halfway
save,
down the
I would have imagined that scenario going complete sideways.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
considering one of the enemies that was on that list, if they succeed in having you fail 2 saving throws, you drop to 0 hit points.
Oh shit!
Why is that a thing?
Downgrading too,
Honestly,
everybody.
honestly, with me, it's more efficient to just deal damage.
Why
With
is that a
you,
thing?
Me and my 19 hit points are standing strong.
fucking hags are bitches. That's why it's a thing.
Yep.
All right.
I do find it
Ripper.
weird. A low-level hag has that, but not the night hag.
Well, I rolled a 16.
I mean, the night hag, I'd argue, is far scarier.
I'm probably
One
gonna
party
have
member dropped to 0 hit points isn't that much of a problem in all reality.
Right. So what does a 16 get me?
16 and
For
what?
your. Oh, I was kidding, buddy.
Oh,
It's a joke.
He actually rolled a wisdom save.
You did
yeah.
pretty well too.
That was a joke because they made the joke that the object was an illusion. You know, you have an alchemist supplies now.
I thought it was like a cursed item. It's like,
No,
where did
I made that
my
joke.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
like,
so you guys have a spot in the back end of the temple to sleep for the night. It's not the most comfortable, kind of cold. The beds are more like stone blocks with blankets on top of them, but it's a safe place to sleep for the night.
I will attune to the syringe this evening.
Who will you now?
Uh, I'll identify any magic items before I go to bed.
cool. I'm gonna do a little bit of it, just like do a little bit of experiments. Like a quick experiment,
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
see if I can't hit up anybody for my crew. Just curious.
Alright. So you can go ahead and put up your criminal contact thing. You know, the piece of paper, slice your hand, leave the handprint. and just leave that somewhere outside the temple.
Roll a hit die for myself.
No, 'cause I mean
Point.
it's a minor cut, really. It's not enough that's going to cause any real damage. If you want to do 1 point of damage to yourself, you're welcome to.
Alright. I will be cannon. Oh no, I only have 30 hit points.
Oh, almost twice what I have at base.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have a tendency of trying to pick characters that don't get breathed on and die. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, I do
24
as
hit
well.
points isn't terrible for my level, but
Oh yeah, no, it's really good actually.
it got reduced.
Yeah, that's the sucky part. But proceed, DM.
I have 37
All right.
maximum.
So let's go ahead, start from the top. T10. Mr. Kibella here is going to be offering out his identify. Do you want to attune to your item, or do you want him to identify it?
I want to attune to it.
Okay, I will say there's one problem. Attuning to it yourself, you're going to have to partially use it to figure out how it works, which includes stabbing yourself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Will his curiosity outweigh his fear? Let's find out.
Like I said,
Next
I
time
could.
on Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, if there's any items you guys want me to check up on, I could cast Identify
Can
on
I-
it and figure out.
can I have
I take
Aeon
up
do
that
it?
offer.
Stab Aeon with it?
No, have Aeon stab.
I'm gonna say no because Aeon doesn't have hands.
Wait, what forms can he take? Can he have hands? Let's find
No.
out.
Yeah, but
No.
you also have to
No.
spend your resources again.
I'll. Shit. I've been
You
holding on
literally
to
have-
something for a while that I'm curious about. If you're willing to check on it.
Do you want me to keep it on the down low?
Sure.
Okay. I'll tell you what it is
I was
once I figure
lying
it out.
to the whole party.
I mean, you're kind of using meta information for that one because he literally just walked up to you as you announced that to the whole party. He's clearly not being secretive about it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me take a look at it.
I'm just lying about where I got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I shall cast Identify on the strange syringe.
I hope you
Alright.
got a pearl worth 100 gold, by the way.
I do have 100 gold on me.
Do you have a pearl worth that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to allow the component cost to be equivalent to the
Also,
component.
Identify doesn't expend the component, so once you have
No,
it,
but when it has value to it, you still need the item.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I would have probably bought that.
Just replace 100 of your gold with a pearl, and we'll say we're good.
Yeah, I'll just do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, as long as you have the 100 gold, that's what matters.
I have the 100
That's what
gold, and
matters.
I'm getting rid of the 100 gold now.
I would say worst case scenario, bet the hag had a pearl. Go buy one for 100 gold. There we go.
Yeah.
Yay.
I would have
Oh,
bought.
yes. Oh, sacrifice comment.
I
please.
probably would have
Yeah,
bought some
activity.
alchemy supplies before I left, but I would just spend it on the pearl. And
Alright.
an owl feather. And an owl feather, which I'm. Can I pluck an owl feather from a familiar? Would that even count?
What?
From
No.
Aeon?
Don't touch my owl, asshole.
I'm asking a question out of the game.
I reach into my component pouch and hand you a fucking feather.
That is the reason that you play songs with your instrument, though, is so you don't have to do certain
Yeah.
component calls.
You have
Yeah.
an arcane focus. I use components because I like describing shit.
Anyways,
Mhm.
as I put the pearl, basically tap the pearl against the item, and I just kind of wave
Mhm.
the feather a little bit around it, as my eyes sheen with a small glow, as I try to figure out what this does.
All right. This first item is the Sanguine Syringe.
Yep.
At the expense of a hit die, you can transform that into a spell slot.
Oh shit.
Oh
And I will
shit.
say, okay, so this basically takes away a bit of your health away. In exchange, you get magic.
Mhm.
I could fucking use that.
Is it 2 hit dice for 2 spell slots and so on or something?
Effectively, the more hit dice you use, the higher level spell slot you can get.
Yep.
Although it does increase uh, exponentially. It's always plus one more. First
But
level is just one hit die, but then second is three, third is four, etc., etc.
Okay. Interesting. This might be useful as I take it back. Hmm.
And this item does require attunement to use, and can only be used by the. It has to be the hit die of the user.
All right.
I
Uh,
will.
and those hit die recover on a long rest or never?
Yeah, on long
They
rest.
recover.
Okay, cool. If they never recovered, it would be a couple of uses and then forget about it.
Yeah, that'd be a weird.
Is
That
there
would have to
anyone
be like.
else that
I'll take that.
All right, just tell me your item, and I'll do the same gestures as
Well,
I
I've
did
been
for.
wearing it, so I just like kind of just like bring the side of
Oh,
it over, just like
I did it.
I shall cast Identify on it.
I will. I did forget one last little bit of text about the sanguine syringe.
Oh,
You do notice that the syringe has a. To call it sentient isn't right. More
Oh,
like it carries desire with it, as if it wants you to use it.
Huh.
you might want to keep an
Cool.
eye on it.
I'll still attune to it.
Awesome.
damn it.
I will remind you, attuning does mean you have to stab yourself now.
All right, who else? I can only do about 3 more.
well, there's me.
All right, hand me your item or
I
items.
Technically,
turned
there's
around
only
because I was wearing it. Just like touch
technically
the,
there's
I'm
literally
wearing.
only.
It's on my back. Just touch the thing on my back. I'm wearing the thing.
Just hand it to me.
Fine. Just
It's not
unclip
like
the
I'm going to keep
clasp.
it. Jeez.
Give me to me, baby.
Anyways, I do the same gestures as I
Unclasp
did
the thing.
before. What does this
The
do?
cloak. Here you go.
The pelt of a friend.
The pelt of a friend.
The
All
pelt of a
right,
friend.
what does it do?
Let me rename this.
Do, do, do.
Damn it, not again. Sorry, my mouse just decided to go on the fritz and just not work. Yes. Fuck you.
Ooh.
Okay, 1 second, because apparently I forgot to put it on my thing.
I forgot the
There.
T in the.
Go. This is effectively a cloak of protection. It gives you +1 to your AC and +1 to your saving throws while wearing it. However, you do take note, in spite of the fact that this magical item is most certainly has magic to protect the user, imbued within it does have magic that can harm the user, though you're not sure how or why.
I shall mention this. Okay, so how familiar are you with protection spells?
Not.
Okay, so basically, if you wear this gives you a little bit more resistance and make you a bit tougher to hit. But there's a downside where it could harm you. You might want to be cautious with this.
Do you know in what way?
No, I don't,
Hmm.
unfortunately. I don't know how nor why.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not always a full picture. Who
I'd like
else?
I'd like to meditate on the pelt. Like, figure out its secrets some more.
You would like to attune to it?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there any other magic items that anyone wants tuning?
We have yours, which is
Lorelei, your
scroll,
emerald
but you just
eyes.
read it.
Yeah,
There is Lorelei's Emerald Eyes, and then there's Chiron's Coin Purse.
alright.
Uh,
So, since Chiron's not here, I'll probably do Lorelai's next.
his name is Uda. The item is called Chiron's Coin Purse.
Oh, sorry. Uh, I'll,
I would,
I'll, I'll do Lorelai's and I'll do Uda once he is here. But for now, I'll
uh,
probably do like mine after. Like I'll do
well,
mine
let's go
last.
ahead. Let's wait till Lorelei gets back, and then we will describe that. He went to the bathroom real quick.
Alright.
Stab myself.
So,
I just look over at Cheetah
for
stabbing himself with the syringe.
I'm
Like,
not. I'm sitting there just staring at it,
oh, okay.
for the sake of attuning, T10, you have agreed to attune to it or no?
thinking.
Still thinking. All right. Kevin, you said you will attune to yours.
Yeah.
As you attune to it, the you feel the magic of the pelt fill you. You gain your +1 to your AC and +1 to all of your saving throws, and you learn what is wrong for the most part. This pelt is specifically designed to help with your trust issues, in the sense that if you end up being attacked by an ally, you will end up taking double damage.
It's gonna come later.
Uh, that's ominous.
Good thing you weren't wearing it during the spider fight.
Oh god, yeah.
Good thing I didn't have it during the spider fight.
Oh yeah, you still gotta identify your own scroll.
Yeah, I'll be doing
Oh
that
boy.
last, and I'm just waiting for Lorelai to get back to.
I absolutely want to be there for that.
I would argue he doesn't have to identify it because he's read it.
Yeah,
Ah, right, yep.
but I'll probably still identify it just to be on the safe side, so that I have a full idea of what it's fully capable of.
Okay.
Um, Alex, um,
Yes.
you know what? You hold on to this for now. It'll help
Okay.
with magic at the sacrifice of health, and I'll give him the syringe for now.
Okay. and I'm going to attune to it.
All right. As you become attuned to the artifact, you learn its exact purpose.
Yep.
Expending one hit dice equals one first level spell slot, 3 hit dice for second level, etc.,
So
etc.
on and so forth. Yep.
But as you become attuned to it, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
This is why I did it. Yeah,
You
24.
manage to, as you are using, as you're getting attuned to it, kind of testing it out, you feel compelled to use it now. But you do you manage to resist fully fully using and starting to drain out some of your blood. And you certainly note, hmm, that was strange.
Hmm. Just put it in my back pocket, like a satchel or something, so that I don't accidentally poke myself with it.
Alright. I'm gonna be leaving that on my sheet as a reminder, but I'll know it's with you because I'll gray it out.
Yep. Oh boy.
All right. Lorelei, are you back with us yet?
Oh yeah, my wisdom saves are -1, by the way.
Thank God I did it then.
All right. Well, we got. I will say this. I believe. Who do we have left?
We're basically waiting for
Lorelei and
Lorelai,
Uda.
Lorelai, myself, and Uda. But I want to hold off on Uda since he's not here.
Okay. I mean, in that case, if you want to identify your scroll, you absolutely can. Since you're
Uh,
still waiting for
it's probably gonna be a waste of spell slot, but might as well know the full effects.
We're
that.
about to rest.
Mm-hmm. So, casting identify. The spell scroll, for the most part, does exactly what it says. It is a summoning spell to summon very specifically this demon by the name of Lolita. She is a decently powerful demon, and it is a one-time use of the spell scroll. However, in the magic, it does note this is to summon her, not to dispel her.
Ah,
And I slightly go a little bit pale.
Mm-hmm.
so she might not go away.
And it
If
does,
you need,
and the spell does specifically say you have full command over the demon for the next 24 hours. It will instinctually commit to any command with exception of commands that directly harm them. But after 24 hours is up, they are free.
force them into a contract.
You can convince her to sign another contract.
Can you
But
charm person her?
I mean, if you'd rather
this
not
is all.
deal with it, I have some ideas.
Mhm.
If you don't want
Yeah.
it, I'll take it.
No, my character's gonna be fine for now. He's just slightly worried. He now has basically a trump card that could potentially kill him.
You're looking at this all wrong.
You have someone. You basically have a contact in hell,
Yeah,
literal hell.
and who might not want to leave after I bring her butt out of hell.
Hey,
or the nine.
Near the end of the time he got, you could just force her to go back, and you could control her for the 24 hours. So when they're nearing the end, she's like, go back to where you were beforehand. Probably. I'm
That's
not an expert
assuming.
on devils.
Yeah, my character
My
doesn't
thing
say
plants.
anything about his. He just slowly puts that back into his bag. Nigga says,
I mean, everyone's already aware of what it does. You read it out loud.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm saving that as a trump card if we ever find ourselves in a really bad spot. Sound good?
Hmm.
Your choice.
Anyway, I'm going to sleep.
You got my help.
Just out.
I want to. I wanted to do a quick experiment on the plants. Could I do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would it say this is herbalism?
You can use your herbalism kit to conduct your experiment.
Right.
13.
Hmm. And you're specifically experimenting on like the corn and the wheat that you bought from the farmer.
Yeah.
With a 13, your experiments kind of come up a little bit zilch. You find out at least this much: whatever is affecting the plants is definitely nothing you've seen before, but more bizarrely than anything, they don't necessarily seem to be negative. It doesn't seem to be whatever's wrong with the plants isn't inherently affecting them other than the discoloration.
I'm probably gonna need some like regular corn
And the fact
flour.
that they can grow in a place where normally nothing grows.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm absolutely gonna need.
I'll get some to famous black
Wait, hold on. I also
corn.
had some of that. What was it? A swamp. Uh,
What?
Swamp hair?
Yeah.
yeah. I got it a little bit for myself.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'll go. Yeah, you. Well, one more little experiment for the night, but then that will be the last one. So go ahead and roll herbalism kit one more time.
Okay. I rolled a 19.
All right. You find that this is one of a few ingredients that can be used in potion of water breathing.
Oh. Would I know what the
Ezekiel
other
knew how to
ingredients
make
are?
that, but we never used it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mainly because no one in this world literally swam because there's literally Cthulhu-like creatures in the ocean.
The next campaign I play as a water folk. One of the
For the most part, merfolk don't exist. At least no one has ever met
That'll make it interesting.
one. Maybe, maybe.
They're like, what the fuck are you, you fish? Like,
Come on, mouse. Just look.
All right.
Is your mouth's Bluetooth or a plug-in?
It's Bluetooth, and the battery's dead, and it won't accept any other battery, and so I'm just confused.
Hmm.
All right. But unless anyone wanted to try any more attunements, any more identify,
I mean, mine's not really an
I
attunement.
mean,
Mine's just like
we're
clearly
going
like
to identify. I think we're identifying Lorelai's item, but we're just waiting to describe it when he's
yeah.
present.
the jerk. He said, "Hurry up."
Probably same with Uda. We're identifying it now, but we'll describe it when he's here.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. Other than if you guys want to do some small experiments in the evening or do something quick in the morning, I believe that is where we're going to go ahead and call it for the night.
Awesome.
Do I have a normal night of rest?
That's a good question. Let me double check.
I would do something, but I believe it would take way too long. I'll do it next session, or we'll just discuss text-wise because of my predicament.
But yeah, I'll just describe the other two items once, probably sometime next week.
All right. But you surprisingly don't suffer from any night terrors this evening. Well, any unusual night terrors, TM.
Cool.
Awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna head on off and say goodbye on
Okay.
Twitch and all that. So,
You have a good night, Silver.
good night, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Alright, so the party has learned a few things and gathered some resources. I think our party is more or less on the right track for doing good things. Anyways, until then, I'll see y'all mates next time.